Jalen had to take a break.
Yeah, before there was he shot so Spike Albrecht could run. Look at you.
He's honored the game. He's given so much to his teammates, to this organization. And the thing we want to do more than anything else is honor him back. And I think the first order of business there is allowing him to spend the time he needs to decide what his next step are. Does he want to play another year in the NBA?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go. Hey, it's Before the Growl. And last night you might have growled at the end of the game. As the Lakers lose and are eliminated from the playoffs, John's
I'm dressed
here.
for a funeral.
M's here. Yeah, it's the end. It is finally the end.
Can I tell you something? I don't want to waste any of this in Before the Growl,
Yes.
but it was a great game.
It was really entertaining.
If every game of the series was like that, even if we lost all four, I think as Laker fans we'd all feel much better about ourselves. But now the hard part starts.
Yes.
So we'll get into that when the show starts.
We'll get into all that
What's going
stuff.
on there, Emily Hebel?
Just experiencing a lot of there's a lot of sassy texts this morning.
There were a lot of text messages.
Well, Morales offered to bet me $100 that
Yes.
Mason would not be awake before 9 a.m. And my response was, I doubt he'll be awake before 9:30, but I forgot about your new gym ritual.
I go to the gym every day.
As recently as 2 months ago, you were going to the gym after the show.
Right. But I
when
juggled
did it
all
switch to a morning?
So now I'm 7 a.m. wake up, 9 a.m. gym, 11 a.m. station.
But then from 7 to 11, you're unavailable?
I don't look at my I don't live on my phone the way I never saw any text messages.
So when you're working out,
yeah,
are you listening to music?
No, I listen to podcasts generally.
Okay, on your phone?
On my phone, yeah.
Okay, so then how do you not see a text when you're listening to a podcast?
I don't look. I'm not searching for
Wait a
text
minute,
messages.
you have an Apple phone, right?
I have an Apple phone.
It pops up like this.
When you're listening to a podcast, at least for me, maybe this is a setting on my phone that you don't have. For me, if I get a text from Emily, it'll interrupt the podcast. It'll say
on your AirPods, or something,
and it'll say
Emily said whatever.
Emily says, "Do you want to hear it?" And I just say yes.
Yeah.
And they'll tell me. That doesn't happen?
No.
All right,
okay.
put a podcast on for a second.
But the thing is, Mason, you're gonna open your phone and there's gonna be text from Chris
but
Morales and Emily
all
Hebel.
I do is this, and then I go to.
And you say ignore.
Mace, put a.
Okay, it's up right now. It's going right now.
Okay, so.
Okay.
I think you need to have your AirPods in. I think you have to have your AirPods in for it to work.
Well, isn't it going to pop up?
Well, yes.
No, but I want to see. Put your earpods in for a second, because
now this is becoming very involved.
Normally, it will interrupt your podcast, or not even interrupt it. Just you'll hear a little voice
for a text,
like a Siri.
Are you hearing the podcast?
Oh,
in
those
your
aren't
ears?
those aren't AirPods.
Yes, I am.
Oh, that's it. You don't have AirPods.
Yeah, they're not AirPods.
Right, but they're not Apple.
Yeah, they're not AirPods.
They're Apple Beats.
So they're Beats. They're not
Beats.
Apple.
They're not Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why
put them in. Is this podcast going?
It's going right now. I'm listening to a podcast.
I just sent you a text.
Do you not get you don't get a buzz or anything?
I just not verbally, but I can see you said what's up.
Right.
Okay. So
but you didn't hear it in your ears.
I think
that's because you're not using Apple.
Hey, John. I think to the bottom of this, I think he's ignoring all of us, and he doesn't want to talk to us.
So this is something Mason and I have talked about on the show before. Probably not the best day to get into it, but it's before the growl.
Who cares?
In Europe, I'm going to Italy this summer.
Yeah.
In Europe, they shut down the servers at 5 o'clock on a workday. So if somebody emails you at night or texts you at night, any of it, you don't get it until 9 a.m. the next day.
Right.
They force everyone to shut down. I don't think that's a horrible idea.
It's not the worst idea in the world.
Now, it's a little weird for a guy like me who works nights.
Now, what's weird about it, John, is I would say if you desperately need to reach me in the morning, call me. I know that's weird, but
there
pick
was
up the
one
phone
time
and call me.
There was one time where I had to find Mason. It was like super important. It was. I'll
Oh,
tell you what it was
I know what it was. Yeah.
Okay, so it was Game 7 of the Dodgers-Astros World Series. Was the next day, and Mace was at Game 6 in Houston.
Got it.
And he was flying back. And we got a call from Wheeldon Kennedy, the ad agency for Nike.
Yep.
And they said, we want you guys to do a Nike commercial in case the Dodgers win. And it's going to air as soon as the game ends. And it was this super cool commercial. I think I can tell it in 1 minute. It basically was a car that starts on PCH down by Gladstone's and drives right up Sunset.
And it's playing the radio.
And what you hear is, Good morning, Los Angeles. Mason and Ireland. The Dodgers have done it. They've won their first World Series since 1988. Ireland, can you believe this? I told you it was going to happen. I'm so happy for the Dodgers, for their fans. I'm happy for everybody. And the car's whining, and it parks, and it gets out, and it's Vin Scully and his wife. Yeah. And they shut the door, and it says, mission accomplished.
Wow.
They paid us for it.
Yep.
But they said it's only going to air if the Dodgers win.
So there were two Bobos in Houston who got to be in the ad when they ran.
So I had to find Mason.
Yep.
And I just called Juan.
Okay.
That's the best part. Yeah.
All right. So understandably, you do not answer a text unless it's at work.
That is correct. That is correct.
Got it.
So
we'll do that
and the reason we brought this up is we were thinking we might tape something with Rob and JJ after their presser. It didn't work out.
Yeah.
And that would have required Mason and I to be here an hour, half hour early or whatever. Yeah. And I said, Mason's not going to look at his phone. I would have, had they said, you have Rob at 10:15 and JJ at 10:30, I would have called Juan.
And I would have,
we would have, or we would have called you two. And if he didn't answer, then we would go to Juan.
Right. So my equivalent of sending up the bat signal for you is Juan.
Juan is a very good way to go. He always knows where I am.
There we go.
All right. So with all that out of the way, let's talk about last night and the Lakers and the offseason and all that stuff. That is going to be today's show. Oh, I see him. It's also a live Imaging Tuesday. Mason and Ireland next on the radio, on the app, and on the YouTube.
Mission to provide career training and support services right here in the community. And that's a slam dunk. Donate today. Hey, I got next.
To find your nearest Goodwill locations and to learn more about our mission, please visit Goodwill.org. Goodwill, where your things start new lives.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. And you know I love my cake. So I get that big birthday energy without any sugar guilt. The bottle's small, easy to toss in my bag, and perfect when I need a quick, tasty caffeine boost to cakeify my day. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health question.
The home of USC football, and now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Here we go, 12 o'clock.
Well, woo.
On the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. Welcome to Lakers Talk. That's because Lakers Talk is with Mike Trudell. We'll talk about that in a moment.
Yeah.
Welcome to Live Imaging Tuesday, presented by Providence. It hurts. It stings.
Yeah.
It burns. Like when you, 10 years ago, Mace, when you used to pee and it would burn.
Oh, that's right. That burning sensation.
It's that same
scary,
burning.
Yeah.
And I really believed for a moment that they were going to pull it out.
Yeah.
With about 2 minutes to go, I looked at Michael and I went, we're going to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And when they were up 5 with like 2 minutes to go, and then Shea went full Shea, and that was it.
Yep. Now, admit it. When you got home and you got to unpack that bag that was packed for Oklahoma, you were happy.
I was relieved in that now my other life starts. I created a list this morning. I was just telling you guys, I'm gonna go to Dr. Cerruti and get my eyes done.
Nice.
He's gonna put his hands all over
my lease is up on my car.
Yeah.
I've got a whole.
So it's all this stuff.
It's all
the life stuff.
Leafs is going to Idaho on Thursday. I don't think I can make that work, but I'm trying to get up there. So now my other life starts.
Now you still got that long mic in Idaho, right? That big one.
Oh
yeah. We can't wait to see that.
It will make an appearance.
Yes. The Summer of Ireland's Big Mike. Let's do it. 12:01. Mason and Ireland begins now. Now you guys are Hall of Famers. You are icons. I said this last night on the postgame show.
I heard you on the postgame show when I was driving home.
Well, you didn't hear Mace. You didn't call in.
No.
Has there ever been a more meaningless game in the city of Los Angeles that meant this much to everybody?
Well, why did it mean this
it was
much
meaningless because
everybody?
it didn't matter.
But why do you think it meant so much?
Based on the crowd last night, I think.
Well, it was
But
a
don't you
great
think
game.
that's just? It was just an
No, but
entertaining
I think
game.
Chris, people
that
wanted
was
to
the game.
avoid
I
the
said
sleep.
this on the broadcast. That was the game we thought we were going to get for all four.
Right.
But and by the way, they got swept by Denver in 23,
Yeah.
the year that it was in the Western Conference Finals, the year that Denver won the title. And all four games were great. You
Right.
remember Jamal Murray?
Oh, yeah,
hit
yeah.
a game winner.
The
Lost the whole
greatest
series
sweep
by like
ever.
9 points.
Yeah, but they lost all four games.
Yes.
That was actually fun because the games were super exciting and close.
And you know
the
what?
first 3 games of this series is like, oh God, not this again. And I thought, see, the what they should have done from the beginning is let Shea be Shea and cover everybody else like they did last night, and I think the other games would have been closer.
Put a guy on A.J. Mitchell. This is just an idea. Put somebody on A.J. Mitchell.
How good is that
Oh,
dude?
my God.
I think he's
Second
better
round
than,
pick? That's
I think he's
crazy.
better than 10 or 15 of the starting point guards in the NBA
So I'll
right
say this
now.
about the Lakers. It would be easy to roll over and play dead. The way Atlanta did against the Knicks. The way Philly did against the Knicks, where you lose by 40 points. They did not. They stood in there. They fought, and credit to them. They made it a real basketball game that was winnable down the stretch.
And now what I think will start happening today, Chris, not just on our show, but on all the shows, and you had the first crack at it on the Morales Morning Show.
Yes. Weekdays at 7 a.m.
The truth is coming out with the fans now.
Yeah.
You know, all the LeBron haters are coming out of the woodwork.
Yep.
They're saying, don't bring him back. Don't bring him back. All the people are saying, you know, we had that one caller yesterday. I'm trying to remember her name that was so good.
Sharon and Los Feliz.
Sharon. Oh,
Good
she's
job,
a good call.
Emily.
Yeah.
Who yelled at us because we suggested they might not want to bring back Austin Reeves.
Yep.
Austin Reeves is my favorite player on the
Yep.
team. I really want him back. But, and this is the point I'm going to make all day when you call the show, if you bring everybody back.
Yep.
And I understand you guys all want Marcus Smart back. You want Luke Kennard back.
Sure.
You want Austin back. You want LeBron back.
You want Bronny James back.
Well, if you get LeBron, you're
You're
going to
get Bronny. Yeah, he's part of the package deal.
But if you do that,
Yep.
how are you going to beat OKC?
Well, there's the thing. I mean, it's going to be really difficult to match their depth and their youth the way San Antonio is, the way Detroit is, the way Oklahoma City is. I've seen the future. It is deep. It is fast. It is young. It is athletic.
Yeah, and the Knicks are kind of like that. They're a little older, but most of those guys aren't 30 yet.
Right.
And they're playing the same way, playing loose, playing fast. Oklahoma City's second 5 would probably be a playoff team.
Yeah.
That's how good they are.
Their 11th player, maybe Jared McCain, maybe their 10th player.
Right.
He would start for us.
Aaron Wiggins doesn't play anymore. Either does Kenrick Williams. He doesn't play anymore because they can't get on the court.
Yeah.
And they got this guy, Nikola Topic, who they're super high on, that got cancer 2 years ago. But they say in practice he torches everybody.
Yeah.
So they're going to get better, not worse.
Yep.
And so that's the challenge for Rob. And Rob and JJ did a press conference this morning. We're going to play a lot of it for you during the show. But that's the challenge they face.
Yeah.
Everybody went, they kept, all the media was assembled there, and they kept asking Rob, do you want to bring Austin back? Do you want to bring LeBron back? Do you want to bring Rui back? Do you want to bring Kennard back? And Rob handled it well.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm really proud of all those guys and the way they played. But we have 11, get a load of this, guys. We have 11 players who can go into free agency.
Yeah.
Between there's a few guys that are unrestricted, like LeBron and Kennard.
And they're guys with player options.
Like Austin, DeAndre Ayton, Marcus Smart.
Right.
So what do you do if Marcus Smart opts out and says,
I'm under market value. I want more.
And he is.
Yeah.
He made $6 million this year. What happens if he comes back and says, guys, I'm worth more like 10 or 11, and he probably is.
Yeah.
Do you bring him back?
The question is, and Rui, the way he shoots in the postseason.
Right. What if Rui made 17 this year? What if Rui gets another offer from another team for 24?
Right.
Do you match it?
Yep.
If you're going to say yes to all of this, and I know they're like Sharon yesterday was like, you have to bring Reeves back. Sharon, what if it costs you $50 million a year?
Right.
Then do you bring him back? Because there goes your optionality once you do.
Oh, you used the magic Rob Pelinka word, the optionality. and by the way, that optionality is critical going into this summer. You've got to figure out a way to turn you need to go 8 deep, right? You need eight really good rotation players.
And by the way,
and they've got 3.
What Oklahoma City has done over the years And I thought this was the most fascinating part of Pelinka's press conference. And I think it was Andy Kamenetsky.
It was Andy K.
Who asked the question. Andy and I argue about this forever.
Mm-hmm.
Andy thinks you tear this down to the studs and rebuild it out of the San Antonio, Oklahoma City model.
Yes.
He's felt that way for years. What I've tried to explain to him, and he won't believe it, but maybe he will now because Rob said it to his face, the Lakers will not ever tear this thing down to the studs. I know Andy really wants them to do that, but they will never, ever do it because the market wouldn't accept it.
Right.
Here's Andy and Rob.
I mean, I guess maybe a question about
Rob.
the team. So you mentioned Detroit, San Antonio, OKC. What did those teams have to go through to build through the draft, in your opinion? Yeah, like multiple seasons of, losses. And that is just not part of our infrastructure here. As much as some of us might want it to be that way, it's not the Lakers' way. We have to find sustained excellence. And so it does create, at times, a thread the needle where you've got to find a way to have championship rosters every year. I will say that the hardest thing to do to get to that point is to have a young, transformative player that can carry you in the playoffs all the way to a championship. That's the hardest thing to get. You can lose 5 years in a row and get 5 top 5 picks and come out of it without that player. It's really hard. But we were able to get that in Luka, so that part of the puzzle is solved. And we're grateful for that. Now it's just a matter of putting in all the other pieces around that to be able to get to the end.
Yeah. All right, so, and here's the important part about all that. If you're going to call the show today and be Andy Kamenetsky, and you're going to say, tear it down to the studs.
Right.
And I know what Andy is proposing.
Yeah.
It did work in Oklahoma City.
Sure,
it did work in
Detroit.
San Antonio. What he's doing is sound.
Yeah.
What Andy is proposing is how other teams in the modern NBA have been built.
Yep.
So he's not crazy. It will just never happen here. And maybe the best way for me to explain it is look at the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Go back when Mark Walter bought the Dodgers, and Mark now owns the Lakers.
Yep.
2011, 2012, they've been in the playoffs every single year. Now that Kershaw has aged out, they're all gone.
Yep.
Everybody that was on the roster in 2011 is gone. Tell me when the Dodgers tore it down to the studs.
Yep.
There's no
show me where
salary
it
cap
happened.
in that situation.
Yeah, the salary cap is what makes it different. But I think what you're saying, John, and I agree with you, the Lakers and fans will not sit through a rebuild where you get a couple of 20-win seasons the way Oklahoma City had a couple of years ago.
And by the way, by no fault of anyone's, we actually tried this in the last decade.
Yep.
We had 6 straight years of top picks. D'Angelo Russell, number 2 pick in the draft. Brandon Ingram, number 2 pick in the draft. Lonzo Ball, number 2 pick in the draft. Julius Randle, number 7 pick in the draft.
Yep.
And like Rob said, they were able to take all those parts. Josh Hart was in that deal. And trade them away for first Anthony Davis and then Luka. So they did, if Andy were here, what he would say is they used those assets to get Luka.
Yes.
But what I would come back at him with is they also went for a proven commodity over a bunch of unproven young guys.
Right.
And some of those guys like Josh Hart have turned into great NBA players. Other guys like Lonzo and Larry Nance have had injury issues. D'Angelo Russell has been a bust. And so they were able to their credit, they were able to turn it into Luka. But if you're a Laker fan and you're going to call today and you're going to say, get rid of Austin, get rid of LeBron, rebuild this thing from the bottom up, they won't do it.
They won't do it.
You can even see what happened to the Pacers this year when they tried to tank this year, and they went to the finals last year. They tried to tank this year, and they failed to tank because they got a proven player, and they lost their pick to the Clippers.
Right.
And so it doesn't always work.
Kevin Pritchard, the GM of the Pacers, made an inexplicable trade. I love Ivica Zubac. Always have. He's another one of our young guys. We
sure
traded
he
away.
is, yeah.
But he said, okay, we'll trade you a first-round pick, but we're going to protect it 1 through 4.
Yep.
Or 1 through 3. If it finishes 4 to 8, you can have it. If it's higher than 8, we'll get it. So he thought, luck's on our side.
Yes.
I never would have agreed to that 4 through 8 thing. I would have said, we will either give you no protection.
Yep.
So we'll give you a first-round pick, but not this year because we want to keep our pick because we're so bad.
Yep.
But maybe the Clippers won't give him Zoo if that's the case. I don't know. I wasn't on the call.
Pelinka used the expression thread the needle. It's hard to get better when you can't have a couple of years that suck.
Right.
And they need to sort of rebuild on the fly with the pieces they have available. And how do you add? That's the question. How do you add? And by the way, and if you bring back LeBron and Austin, where's the money to add? It's
Right.
it's very, very complicated.
That's why all this is tricky.
Yeah.
But if, what do you value more? Your current players, Austin, LeBron, Rui, Smart, Ayton, or if you let them all go, do you value that cap space and then go see what else you can get? There's not a lot out there.
No, there's not. It's a bad free agent year. Austin may be the best free agent out there.
And LeBron.
Is.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. LeBron is, right.
I saw it listed on Yahoo.
Yeah.
LeBron 1, Austin 3.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
And, John, I have a question for you that I want to ask, and I want you to answer as honestly as possible because it is still racking my brain from last night.
Okay.
We'll
do that next.
We'll do that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
And it is the 15-minute mark right here on 710 ESPN. On the all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
The 15-minute mark on 710. Fueled by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
You know, in that time it took to hear your favorite takes and all that fun and frivolity, you could be pulling out with a fresh oil change. No waiting, no appointment, just in and out in about 15 minutes. Bam! So you've got more time for what matters. Visit SoCalOilChange.com.
In just 15 minutes, you can boost your vehicle's performance and save money while doing it. Visit SoCalOilChange.com now for value pack coupons and keep your car and your wallet running strong.
The 15-minute mark on 710, made possible by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
As a kid, my parents fought a lot. It was scary. I was taught to hide my emotions and told things like, don't cry and toughen up. The toxic stress response I developed back then led to anxiety and high blood pressure. Now I'm a parent, and I'm doing it differently. I support my son's feelings so he doesn't bury them.
Daddy!
Hey, buddy. Oh, that's a big hug.
Learn how to help kids grow without toxic stress response at first5california.com.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time. Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Head to Waba Grill for $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. and try our new chili crisp dumplings paired with a premium or beverage drink like our delicious Thai tea, both for only $5. Only at Waba Grill. It's for you.
Harry Douglas here. I don't wait for birthdays to celebrate. I grab Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes like rich vanilla birthday cake with buttery funfetti goodness. Seriously, it's unapologetically extra in the best way. And it's sugar-free, so I get all that cake flavor without the guilt. It's tiny, portable, and ready for whenever I need a quick boost. I keep one with me because you never know when you'll need a little party energy. The funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
Yeah, exactly.
Quarter after 12 o'clock.
Everybody hurts.
It does hurt, doesn't
Everybody
it? It
hurts.
burns, too, a little bit.
Yep.
It's a Live Imaging Tuesday
Burning
presented by
sensation.
Providence. Here's the thing. You know who you need to be here every day at noon. Well, 11:50 a.m. with Before the Growl.
Before the Growl,
11:50
yes.
a.m.
If you feel like
There's
to watch.
only one Mason in Ireland. If you do like to watch, and I know Johnny I likes to watch. I like to watch Johnny
Yeah.
I watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right? So you're like,
Listen,
It's Watchception.
if Johnny and I ended up
By
in
the
a,
way, Chris, get on the new season of Your Friends and Neighbors immediately.
I'm on it.
Okay, good.
You like it?
Love it. It's right up our alley.
It is.
Did you watch Industry?
I haven't.
oh my God.
Also right up our
My
alley.
only industry, I watched a little bit of Industry, and I remember telling Emily this when I first
It
watched it
stressed
years
you
ago.
out?
Stresses me out, and there's a lot of wanker in it.
Yeah, but
There's a ton, yeah.
A lot of
it
British
builds,
wanker.
Yeah.
it builds to the end, and then all rules are off.
Right,
if you
and
know
then it
what I
gets
mean.
super sleazy at the end.
Like-
Super
like-
sleazy.
I like sleazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's right up our alley.
All right, so Em, you had a question.
I do. So I'm watching the game, and it's coming down to clutch time, There's 12.2 seconds left on the clock. The Lakers are going to inbound the ball. And I see on the court, and I'm trying to, am I seeing things? Are my glasses wrong? It's Maxi Kleber on the court, which has happened during the season.
Yep. I actually have an answer for this, but go ahead and explain it.
But there's no Rui Hachimura on the court. In a game in which you need a three, you have Luke Kennard, Austin Reeves, LeBron James, Marcus Smart, and Maxi Kleber. Why is Rui, who is shooting, over 50% in this postseason from three, had just hit a 3 and 1 to get them to be this close?
Yep.
Why is he not on the freaking court?
Here's the answer. I asked the coaches this exact question. They say it depends if we're doing if we're running a play for 2 shooters or 3. He said, for example, the game in Orlando.
Yep.
When they freed up Kennard and he won the game at the buzzer with a 3. Because I used to, Emily, when I asked the question originally, I said, why, in a situation where you need a 3, why is Kennard not on the court every single time?
Right.
Because there was a game earlier in the year where Kennard was on the bench and they needed a 3. And Greg St. Jean, one of the assistants, explained to me, he said, okay. He goes, there'll be times when we would put Kennard and Rui out there because we're looking at 3 different shooters. We want to get the ball to Austin, Luke, or Rui. He said there are other times where we just want to get it to Luka or Austin. We want them to shoot. The best screener on our team is Maxi Kleber.
Yep.
He's great at it. He every day in practice, they go through this stuff, and if they need, they do situational stuff. So they'll say, 3 seconds left, we're down 3, we have to have a 3. And when they started playing with that, they realized that Kleber would tie people. He's just naturally big and lanky, and he's hard to move. So if you go back and look at that play where Austin got the 3 at the end of the game, which he, by the way, got a great look.
Yeah, it was the best shot he could make.
Yeah, it looked like it was going in.
Kleber sets the first screen.
Right.
And that's the answer to your question. They needed to get Kleber on the court to set the screen, and they wanted Jackson Hayes out there because he was having the game of his life, and they thought, we're going to shoot with 6 or 7 seconds left, and if Jackson Hayes gets the rebound, he can kick it back out.
Yep.
But the reason Kleber was out there instead of Rui is that Rui's great at shooting threes. Kleber's great at screening to get a guy open, and they thought that was more important.
But why not Rui instead of Kennard in that situation? Just because of how hot Rui was.
Because Kennard is literally the best three-point shooter in the NBA.
But Rui has the best percentage, I think, in NBA history in the postseason.
Fair.
I would argue that they would leave Rui open. They would never, ever leave Kennard open. So the play worked.
Right. Yeah, that's
the
by
play
the way,
worked at the end of the day.
The ATO did work.
And by the
Austin
way,
got a really good look.
Rui might have hit it.
Right.
Because he was so hot.
But Austin, he had a 4-point play a few seconds before that.
Yeah.
But they wanted Austin to shoot it. He was the leading scorer in the game at the time. I think he had 27 points.
Yep.
He got the shot they want. Now, Michael and I were stunned that Oklahoma City, as smart as they are, didn't foul on the catch.
Yeah.
It was 113 to 110. As soon as the ball's inbounded, if Chris is the team with the lead and I'm guarding Chris, as soon as he and I tell the ref,
yep.
As soon as if Morales catches the ball, as soon as he gets it, I'm wrapping him up.
Yep.
So I go, I'm not letting him get into his shooting motion. So be aware, that's what I'm up to. And so, Chris, the second you got the ball, I would immediately bear hug you.
Yep.
Then you only get 2 free throws.
And you're still up one.
But Oklahoma City didn't do that.
Yep.
They let Austin dribble. Jared McCain, I think, was the guy guarding him, gave him a little bit of space, and he got a really clean look.
Yeah, really good look.
And so, and the answer to your question is, Kleber was on the court to set a screen. They would tell you, because they go back and look at tape, they got the shot they wanted. He just didn't make it.
It called into question a lot of people on Twitter about JJ. Maybe he's overthinking it. Maybe it was just too much for him.
But wait,
I do think JJ has had a great series, did the best with what he could. He just didn't have as good a players as Thunder. Like, what do you guys think about JJ in this second postseason for him?
I think JJ has grown as a coach. I honestly, and I thought last night, JJ talks about winning culture a lot and attitude and, connectivity and all that. Look, last night they could have rolled over and played dead, and instead they fought. And I think that's a tribute not just to those players, but to JJ, who really, really pushed and was – and if you look at what they did with Shea in the first 2-3 games.
You're right.
I mean, they found a way, the coverages to stop him, to lock him up. I mean, he did a lot of the right stuff. In the end, he didn't – I'll use the expression my dad always did – doesn't have the horses to go with to play with OKC.
But here's something to think about. I stole this from you, and I'm trying to remember where you got it from. Is it Marty Schottenheimer that you're always getting better or getting worse?
Ascending or descending players.
Okay, so here's the other thing to think about. The Thunder are ascending.
Yes, they are.
Even though they won the title last year, they're deeper now than the team that won it a year ago. They didn't have A.J. Mitchell last year.
Yep.
They didn't have Jared McCain last year. They're better now, and those guys are all under the age of 30.
Yep.
Caruso's the only guy that's – and I think Alex is 30.
Yeah.
So they're going to be around. They're not going anywhere.
No.
And so one thing you can watch is they're not going to be able to pay everybody. This offseason coming up, like that starts in a month, they're going to have to make a decision on Isaiah Hartenstein.
Yep.
They're going to have to make a decision on Lou Dort. They're going to have to make a decision on Jared McCain. I think they can afford to pay the three guys they've already paid, Shea, Jalen Williams, and Chet. And after that, they're going to have to fill it in around. A.J. Mitchell is on a 3-year, $9 million deal.
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
I mean, he's playing for $3 million. That's basically the minimum.
Yeah.
And
by the way, you mentioned Lou Dort, who's got a club option. You mentioned Isaiah Hartenstein, who's got a club option. Those are the kinds of guys that potentially would, like Lou Dort, would be great for the Lakers. He would be great. He plays defense. He's got attitude.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
If you're a Laker fan and you say, yeah, I'm with Mason. Let's go get Lou Dort.
Yeah, let's go. Come on, everybody.
Remember.
Yep.
Then you can't bring all these other people you want to bring back.
Look, I think it would be a mistake to bring everybody back and just run it back. I think it would be a mistake to do that because we've seen what it looks like. We ended up 0 for 8 against OKC this year.
The flip side of that coin is when you look at everything that is out there.
Yep.
If you don't bring everybody back, give me the list of players you're going to get to replace them.
It's tough.
That's what makes this complicated.
Yeah.
Can I give you guys a silly question?
Sure.
So LeBron has 4 rings.
Yep.
Alex Caruso has 2 rings.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think has more rings by the end of their career? Alex Caruso or LeBron James? Because Caruso could win another one this year. He's at 3 rings.
Yep.
1 with the Lakers, 2 with the Thunder. He's probably going to be there for a little bit longer. Could win another ring. Is Alex Caruso going to have more rings, the same amount of rings as LeBron James?
I think he'll have the same number of
because
rings. You think he'll have more?
No, I think he's going to have 4.
Yeah, me too.
Because I think they're going to win it this year, and they're going to win it again next year.
And then continue to evolve.
And then
people are going to catch up.
And now the other teams. Now, Wemby's coming.
Yep.
So
good job, Emily.
It's a great question, Em.
She's been going to the Greg Bergman School of Content.
Oh, she has been. She's a graduate. PhD level.
And by the way, if they win 3 in a row, then we call them a dynasty,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
If they
yeah.
win it again this year, a lot of teams have won 2.
Yep.
But you win 3 in a row.
Three-peat
that's
is
it.
like
then
for real.
Then you're in the conversation. Like the Warriors never won 3 in a row, but they were kind of a dynasty. I think they won 4 in 5 years.
Yes.
And they would have won the Toronto year had Durant and Clay not got hurt. But I think that the dynasties since the 80s, when it was like the Lakers-Celtics superpower war, the Bulls won 2, like the Rockets won 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Would you call them a dynasty? No. You got to win 3, right?
And they did it because Michael Jordan wasn't there.
Right. Playing
Correct.
baseball.
He was playing baseball. I want to play one thing here real quick. Rob Pelinka, again, they had exit interviews today. Rob Pelinka and J.J. Redick both met with the media over in El Segundo. Listen to what Rob said when he was asked if he wants LeBron back next year. Let's read the tea leaves.
In terms of LeBron, we probably haven't seen a player that has honored the game to the extent that he's honored the game. He's given so much to his teammates, to this organization. And the thing we want to do more than anything else is honor him back. And I think the first order of business there is allowing him to spend the time he needs to decide what his next step are. Does he want to play another year in the NBA? And that'll be, as he said to you guys last night, family time, I think time with his inner circle. And we just want to honor that for him. Of course, any team, including ours, would love to have LeBron James on their roster. That's a blessing in itself, just with what he does.
And I don't think this is as complicated as a lot of fans think it might be. I'll explain coming up.
All right, that's coming up next for you. Mason and Ireland, 7:10. Oh, real quick, starting this Thursday, Mike Trudell, new host of Lakers Talk.
Yes.
Every week from 6 to 8, listen to the Lakers voice you know and you trust. That is analysis and everything Lakers starting Thursday night, 6 to 8 p.m. here on ESPN LA, your home of the Los Angeles Lakers.
We got him a brand new high chair for that
high
seat.
chair.
He'll be in that
By
seat.
the way, it starts Thursday, Chris.
Yep.
Ben from La Mirada will be making an appearance on Lakers
Oh,
Talk.
beautiful.
You
The best.
Do you think I can sneak one? Well, I'm not going to do it like the first night.
Yeah.
But do you guys think I can trick
Absolutely.
Trudell?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to try.
Give me a little taste.
Well, I can do better than that. Brian, see if you can find the time I called
Sure it's in
as
there.
Ben and La
sure
Mirada,
it's in
and
there.
Mason just lost it on me.
All right, we'll do that on the other side.
Yeah, we'll do that too coming up. Mason, Ireland, day after the Lakers exit the playoffs. Mason, Ireland, 7:10 ESPN.
Well, it was a heck of a fight last night.
Austin still dribbling. Throws up a three to beat the shot clock and hit it.
Wow. Thank you to the King, AR, and the entire Lakers for giving it all they had last night against the Thunder. Today, we react. We get you through the pain, and we start to ask the questions as the biggest offseason in Lakers history begins. Your home for all the conversations every day. The station you know, the personalities you love. LA's mega sports station, ESPN LA.
It's Bethel Durand, and you know how much I love my Toyota. And right now, the deals are sizzling at Northridge and Wondries Toyota. Get a brand new 2026 Camry for just $389 a month for 36 months, $4,999 due at signing, or finance for just 4.99% APR for 60 months. What about a brand new Tacoma? I'm thinking of doing this. You can lease for just $279 a month for 36 months, $4,999 due at signing, or you can finance for just 2.99% APR for 48 months. In the 818, go see NorthridgeToyota.com. In the 626, WondriesToyota.com.
I took Mom to catch a ball game. Is it time to pick her up yet? Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Morongo's Travel Center always has the lowest price gas around.
Number 2.
Tommy Bahama Gift Giveaway, May 19th, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
And the number 1 reason.
It's finally back. Smoking good times. 3 cigars, scotch tasting, a food spread, and live music. May 17th, 5 p.m.
Morongo, good times.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Harry Douglas here. Let me ask you something. What if you can enjoy the taste of a cocktail, the warmth of a spirit, and still stay fully in control? That's RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category. RK delivers bold flavor and a real warming sensation with zero alcohol, zero sugar, zero carbs, and 0 calories. Perfect for nights out, social gatherings, or anytime you want the experience of a drink without sacrificing tomorrow. Check it out at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, all the flavor, none of the alcohol.
On me, baby.
Oh,
easy.
Somewhere, a tear is rolling down Alan Sleewa's cheek.
On YouTube.
Mason and Ireland.
It's on YouTube.
On a live imaging Tuesday presented by Providence. We're going to heal the wounds.
They should have had Adele do this live last
They
night.
should
after
have.
the game.
Was she at the game?
I didn't see her, but she's probably in a suite if she is.
Yeah, she
I mean,
could've
she's
done
engaged to Rich Paul.
That's true.
She has access to the building anytime
true.
she wants.
So, John, you said the LeBron thing is simple and easy and not complicated.
Here's why.
Explain.
I think Rob and the Laker front office needs to come up with a number that works for them, that works for the Lakers.
Right.
What I suggested was $20 million over 2 years, so $20 million this coming season and $40 million total.
2 years, 40.
2 years, 40, and a promise we'll keep Bronny.
Okay.
And I think LeBron thinks about that. Now, if Rich, who's LeBron's agent, comes back and knows and says, guys, he's making 50 and he had a killer, you got to pay him at least 40, then I think the Lakers have to say, doesn't work for us.
Yeah.
I think whatever the number is, maybe goes. Michael says he'd go as high as 25. Would you go to 30?
No.
Chris,
How do you?
Would you go to 30?
So here's one point that has been made on this station.
Yes.
There is no planet in which AR should make more than LeBron James.
I heard Shadano say that this
I
morning.
wasn't going to give him credit.
Yeah,
I wanted people to think maybe I said it.
I watched it.
So in that case, AR is making more than LeBron.
Yeah, because I think what you come at Austin with, Austin's eligible to make up to 45. I think you got to sell Austin on 35 and say 35 a year, 5 years. You get to stay a Laker. You get all your endorsements. You're married to Luka for the next 5 years. I know it's less than you can get somewhere else, but that's what we have for you. And if you want to go to market, go ahead. But I think the Lakers need to set up a salary structure that works for them. They can't be held hostage by LeBron's agent, by Austin's agent. Yep. They said, look, guys, we got to build a team. We saw what Oklahoma City did. We saw where the benchmark is. You've got to build a team.
Yep.
And I think once you get higher than the numbers I'm talking about, you prohibit yourself from doing this.
I don't think LeBron's going to be here next year.
So I think you're right. You're absolutely correct where the Lakers need to come from. Do you really believe LeBron and Rich Paul are going to deal with him making less money than Austin Reeves?
I don't think LeBron cares about money above all else because he's 42 and he's a billionaire. Yep. So I don't think money's so much. LeBron makes, Chris, I think he makes $90 million a year off the court.
You know that's going to be a giant storyline
next
year.
It's an ego.
But I use Mason as the example here. Every once in a while, there are things more important than money. Okay. Mason went to New York for a boatload of money, and he hated it.
Yep.
And then he came back here and said, all right, I'm never doing that again. And I think if New York called you today and offered you another boatload of money,
he'd take it.
Oh, no, I'm staying here.
I don't think he would.
By the way, he makes a boatload of money here.
I will never be on another radio station than this
Chris,
one.
I
hope so.
Here's how strongly I feel about this. I think if Mason's old station in New York called him and said, we'll double your salary, 3-year contract, so twice as much as he gets paid here, I don't think you go.
No, I wouldn't.
Because
you've
not
been
at this
there,
point in life.
done that. Yeah,
right.
Not in this point in
life.
What if it depends on where you are in life?
Right. That's where I was going. So LeBron is 42. He's the oldest, or going to be 42 next December. He's the oldest player in the NBA. He loves L.A. His family loves L.A. His youngest son, Bryce, is at Arizona. His daughter, Suri, is in school here, and she loves it. Savannah, his wife, loves it. Mm-hmm. He's building maybe done by now, a giant mansion where he lives.
Yes.
Just joined the same country club where I play.
Wow. Nice.
Really? He's there all the time.
Oh. Nice.
I think he loves his life. Like you.
Yes.
Love your life.
Yes.
And now, all of a sudden, I've made my entire life made most decisions based on money.
Yeah.
I'll go to the highest bidder. Now that I'm older, I probably won't. I'll probably decide what would allow me to maximize my time. And that's why I think, Chris, to answer your original question, he wouldn't care about making less money.
Can I add a layer to it, Steve?
Sure, add a layer, yeah.
You find out 2 years from now that Scott Kaplan makes more money than you.
Okay.
You know what I do? I text Cappy, way to go, man.
Yeah,
way to
that's what you do. Let's be honest.
No, I would say congratulations.
No, but Chris, I'm dead serious about this. You know,
I get where you're coming from. Yes,
no, I'm dead serious about it, Mason. 10 years ago, he would have walked over that. But now,
I'm
where
happy.
he is in life, he's content and wants to keep content.
Yeah.
So I think I really believe that if Cappy got a deal and they paid him more than us, I think we'd both say, way to go, man.
Wait a minute. Cappy makes more than us?
Yeah. By the way, I think it's a good thing.
Yep.
I believe in stars.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a great thing for all the bits aside that we do.
Yep.
That you two are the highest paid here and you are the stars. There's a reason for that.
But like
you earn it and you've
Chris,
established that.
But did you hear what we just said?
Yes.
If Cappy got more than us because of where we are in life, we'd have no issue with it. And that, to answer your original question, is what I think LeBron would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think LeBron would say. I think Sedano's right. The old two things can be true. Sedano said there is no world we should live in where Austin makes more than LeBron. But it's just timing. We always talk about this with NFL quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Whoever the next guy up is always the highest paid quarterback.
Yep.
So there was a time when Jared Goff was the highest paid quarterback in the NFL.
Yep.
Didn't last long.
Right.
Then the next guy, like right now, I think it's probably Josh Allen because he just did his deal.
Yeah.
But there'll be somebody coming up
next.
him.
Exactly.
It's timing.
But you know what's weird, John?
What if you found out Greg Bergman made more than you?
I would be like,
Mao.
he's the Mao. I don't begrudge anybody for making more money. Good for you guys. Make as much as you can.
Somebody gave me a great tip once when it comes to salary and what we all make.
Yeah.
And
don't talk about it is what I grew up thinking.
Well,
Not anymore.
He said, no, this person who said this, I'm trying to decide whether or not I'll tell you guys who it is.
Okay.
You may know who it is. You may
Okay.
remember who it is.
Yep.
I was talking to him about salary negotiation.
Yep.
And he said, John, it's like golf. You play your own ball. Pay no attention to where Morales' ball is. Pay no attention to where Mason's ball is. What number will make you happy?
Mm-hmm.
All right? Don't compare it. Don't shop it. You play your own ball. If you're behind a tree, you got to play it from there. And so that's what I think this is going to be like for the Lakers. They're going to have to go to these guys, and they're going to have to say, Austin, we'd love to give you a back. Like Bill Plaschke came out today and wrote,
done with LeBron.
No, but he came out today and said they have to give Austin $45 million a year.
Right.
I don't know. Is another team giving him that?
Yeah.
And I know Austin really well. I think he would stay here for less money. Not a ton less.
Yep.
But if he gets a number that makes him happy, he'll stay.
Okay, I want to get this in for a second with Pelinka, but first, coverage and content of the 2026 NBA playoffs on ESPN LA, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official Native American resort and casino of the Los Angeles Lakers. See for yourself what made readers of Newsweek and USA Today name Pechanga the best casino outside of Las Vegas. Visit, like we did, Pechanga.com for more information. All right, here's what Rob Pelinka said at the exit interview today about Austin Reeves.
He started his journey here as a Laker and has made it very clear to us that he wants his journey to continue as a Laker. And we feel the same way. We want his odyssey to continue to unfold in the purple and gold. As you know, Dave, there's rules and timing to all of that, but I think both sides have made it abundantly clear that we want to work something out where he continues his prolific career here.
See, I think it's a binary choice. I know I think you've got to choose between Austin or LeBron if you really want to make this team better. I don't think you can afford to bring them both back and occupy. Like, John, you said $50 million in cap space. So you said 30 for Austin, 20 for LeBron. That's a lot. Where's the money to do other stuff? Where's the money to build depth?
Because
trees that you can plant and give to other people.
Right.
Hey.
Circumvent that salary cap.
Michael says go for it.
Is there a new tree company?
Michael's out there saying, I have no issue with every team circumventing
What
the
about
salary
like a
cap.
fake app or like a fake production company? We can do that here in LA.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But don't you think, how do you sign both
If I
of those
ever buy a
guys?
big boat, I'm naming it Aspiration.
How do you bring both of those guys
Well, you have a
back,
boat.
John,
I have a
and
small boat.
have room to do anything if you pay those two guys?
Because
You've only got $50 million in cap space.
right, but you can. I mean, you got to be creative. Look at Oklahoma City.
Right,
They're
but
creative.
But what they did was they drafted really well.
Right.
And they have players that are cheap and cost-controlled, and the Lakers aren't in that position. By the way,
But Mace, think about this. Anybody could have drafted,
Sure. Including the Lakers.
A.J. Mitchell. He was the 38th pick in the draft.
Right.
Anyone could have traded for Jared McCain.
Yes, that is true.
Oklahoma City. Anybody could have traded for Luke Kennard.
Yep.
The Lakers are the ones who did it.
Right.
Those deals are out there. You just got to make it work. But Rob's favorite word, optionality, goes away if you bring everybody back and pay them what they want.
Absolutely does. All right, coming up next for you, going to do some official icebreakers. And did you find the Ben and La Mirada?
We did. We
You
did.
Do you want to do it now, or do you want to do it after icebreakers?
Let's do it right now. We
Have
got
you ever
2
heard
minutes.
It, Em?
Sorry?
All right, go ahead. So this, when I said Trudell is taking over Lakers talk.
Yes.
So one day I will call as Ben and La Mirada, like I once did during the Lakers the Dodgers Astros World Series. I was on a Lakers road trip, and I knew Mason, who had just watched a 17-inning game, was working on no sleep and had a short fuse.
Yep.
And here's how that played out.
Right. Greg says Ben and La Mirada is excellent. Hey, Ben, you're on ESPN LA. What's up, man?
Yeah, first-time caller, long-time listener. I think Mason should be fired. Dave Roberts should be fired. Andrew Friedman fired. David Vassay fired. Everyone fired over this. This is a national.
Wait a minute. What did I do to deserve firing?
Mason's Mr. Analytics. Wants to study analytics all the time. Go with Henley Jansen. Go with the analytics.
That's not analytics. Let me tell you something. That is not analytics. No analytics say Kenley Jansen should go in for a 6-out save. That's either that's either Dave Roberts on field or Friedman saying put Jansen in, but that has nothing to do with analytics. That has to do with understanding your players and understanding your bullpen and the way it works.
Well, what do you have against guys with gray hair? You have gray hair. Chase Utley should have been on the postseason roster.
Yeah.
He's a World Series champion. He would have saved us.
I'll tell you,
that you lost me there. You had me. You had me.
No. Wait a minute. But he's got a really good point. I mean,
about Chase Utley,
he couldn't have been worse than the players they trotted out there in the World Series. Muncy 235, Grandal 200, Machado 182. Screw Machado, get out of town. Blowing a bubble on his way to first base. Listen, Ben. As far as me being fired. I'm not going anywhere.
Well, you should be fired because we all know you left the game early. We know you left the game early on Friday.
What night?
What was it? The 18-inning night. You didn't.
Here's what I would recommend. Here's what I would recommend, Ben. Go to my Twitter timeline and watch my video of the end of the game. Okay, watch my video of Max Muncy's home run. My ass, I left that game early.
And I never figured out that was Ireland.
When I hear it now, I don't know how you didn't.
The very beginning, I'm like, oh, that's John.
Before I went into my fake Texas accent, I kind of gave up who I am. Brian, you knew 5 seconds in that was me, right?
Yeah, but it was a good accent.
It was a good accent, yeah.
It's hard to have a blind test because we know it's you.
Right,
I think if we were blind going into this, it would be difficult. But I think, Mason, what you need to do, at the end of this call, who's like, oh, you left early or whatever, you need to, Cappy last night with the video that he posted and have the screen in the background as
to prove it?
Like a hostage tape. I did watch this game.
Funny thing.
I watched it to the end.
I knew he stayed for all 18 innings, but I also knew that if I said he didn't, he would lose it.
And I absolutely did. did.
I will get Trudell on Lakers Talk before the summer is over.
In about 15 minutes, when we get Sports Graffiti in here, let's have if you are someone who's named Ben in La Mirada, I would love to hear from you.
I got to come up with a new alias, but I will do a Ben from La Mirada like call.
Yeah, there you go. All right, coming up next for you is Icebreakers, Mason and Ireland. Live imaging Tuesday, by the way. Morales is here, 710 ESPN.
All right, you always hear me talk about National University around here, one of my favorite partners, and that's because they're going to help you get a college degree, and it doesn't matter how busy you are. They'll do it on your schedule. NU offers more than 150 degree programs designed for real life. Flexible 4- and 8-week courses, online options that fit your life. They believe in Anders, people that have a lot of different stuff going on. You might have a job and a family and a hobby. And you might be a true handicap golfer like Chris Morales. And you want to get a degree. You can do it with National University, and they help. Resources along the way, including scholarships. Here's one you can apply for right now. The Believe and Succeed Scholarship. It awards up to $6,000 annually toward a bachelor's or master's degree. All you got to do is go to their website, nu.edu. Apply by July 31st. Terms and conditions apply. But when you go to that website, nu.edu, it'll answer any questions you have about, can I get a degree? Can I fit it into my life? And they have all the answers. Check them out today. National University, nu.edu.
LA's only local sports morning show.
The Sedano and Cat Morning Show, weekdays at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
I know we've had this conversation, and we're probably going to have it again. We were talking about Austin Reeves. Uh-oh. Okay? But I think more and more what I've been saying for years, okay, of I am not comfortable, and I hate doing this. I hate being the guy that takes money out of somebody's wallet. But it's I'm looking at this through the Lakers lens, okay? I'm just not comfortable giving him the max.
Oh, please.
I'm not. I'm not comfortable giving him the max.
Oh, listen, George, look. I love Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves is a great offensive regular season player. Austin Reeves is not built for the postseason in that he cannot play defense.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show, weekdays at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
LA's only local sports morning show.
Hey, LA and OC, if you love great food and smart prices, you need to know about Wild Fork Foods. Hosting, grilling, you just want a great dinner? Start at Wild Fork Foods. Find your local SoCal store at wildforkfoods.com. Wild Fork, quality meat and seafood, low prices, largest variety in one store.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Next time you're at my home away from home, LAX, look up. You'll see the future of travel in action. It's the all-electric Skylink train. It's now testing, and trust me, this is a game changer. What does it take to build a champion? It takes round-the-clock preparation. And soon, Skylink will connect you to the airport terminals, the new rental car center, and LA Metro. From practice to prime time, the LAX Skylink. Fast, free, and built for LA. In testing now to help you skip the traffic later.
John Ireland here, and when it comes to vodka, I like a winner, and Blue Ice Vodka delivers. America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce, and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka. Vodka with standards.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. Find the Children is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted car. Call 1-800-294-0222. You'll receive the maximum tax deduction, and we provide fast, free pickup. Call 1-800-294-0222. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Call 1-800-294-0222. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Welcome to Markdowns for Miles at AutoZone.
Got any markdowns on oil?
We've got many markdowns on oil.
How about on that new STP Any Mileage?
You'll save $5 when you buy 5 quarts of STP Any Mileage with an oil filter and get up to 5,000 miles of protection.
Heck of a markdown for quite a lot of miles.
At AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
Oh, it's Icebreakers time. Oh, right, that's right, the big voice guy. Listen to Mason and Ireland. Weekdays noon to 3 on ESPN LA.
Exactly right. Time for Icebreakers on Mason and Ireland. Icebreakers made possible by Blue Ice Vodka. Your fit-friendly vodka with no sugar added, 64 calories an ounce, and keto-friendly. Let's do it. Icebreakers, presented by Blue Ice Vodka on Mason and Ireland. Take it away, producer Emily.
Well, here is our update on the scores for this month. John got your first one of the month yesterday, so you're down minus 30.
Nice job, Johnny I.
And then Macy have 18, others have 11, Brian has 4. Here we go.
So you're down 48, Ireland.
I'm coming. Here we go.
For 10 points, I was born in Irvine in 1967, but both my parents grew up in Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina, and they moved to Southern California in 1964.
Ireland. Oh, no way.
Will Ferrell.
That's correct.
I told you
10 points.
Wow. I told you I'm coming.
That's all.
He went to Irvine High, and I went to Cornell Del Mar. They're right next to each other.
Amazing.
And when she said 1967, boom.
What a crazy
Well,
pull.
let me read to the other ones in case you're curious to know more about Will Ferrell if you didn't know this already. I was the kicker for varsity football team, and I still hold the record for the most field goals made. My dad is a longtime keyboardist and saxophonist for the Righteous Brothers.
Oh,
you know that?
wow. I did not know that.
I am in the SNL 5 Timers Club, and I played the son of 2 cast members from the movie The Godfather. Who are they?
I played 2 members.
He played the sons of the Godfathers. So.
Sonny and Michael?
Give the actors' names.
James Caan and Al Pacino.
Al Pacino.
No, it's James Caan and Robert Duvall.
Oh, Robert
okay.
Duvall,
You played
yeah.
Tom Hayden.
Yeah, and Robert Duvall's kicking and screaming. I've never won an Emmy for acting, but I have won 6 Emmys for my work as a producer. Succession.
Yep.
And other things
sure.
like that. And then I went to USC. The rest of these things you'd get.
And I'm hosting Saturday Night Live this Saturday.
That is the second to last hint here.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right, so now I am down 20, right? Minus 20.
That is correct.
And Mason has 18.
That is correct.
Brian, I'm going to catch him.
And Mace is gone for a good amount of the end of the month.
that's right. I got a vacation coming
double.
up. Well, you've got
coming.
vacation, too.
Yeah, I've got to miss a couple of days there. I got to go see Dr. Cerruti. I'm getting my eyes done.
Yeah.
Probably on one day, and then there's another day I'm not working. The day after I get my eyes done.
He's such a beautiful man, Dr. Cerruti.
Yeah,
Is he? Yeah.
And but
I've not
maybe,
met him.
Check out your eyes.
Maybe his name is Ebby. This is his first name. Maybe he has the greatest voice of all time.
He does.
It's
Dr.
like
Cerruti.
Well, if you Brian, see if you can find one of those Dr. Cerruti
There's
spots.
drops in there. If you go to
And while we're looking for that,
Yeah,
tell us who
and
gives
I will
the
tell
second.
you that Icebreakers is brought to you by Blue Ice Vodka, America's largest potato vodka. Shout out Tom Gibson. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce. Made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. My wife is going up there on Thursday. She's having a party this weekend. I wonder if Tom could get me blue ice in time for the party.
Your wife throws a lot of parties.
Hey, Chris, can you tell us how to spell Cerruti? We're looking for it.
Sourouroui.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. And Dr. Cerruti is
So
awesome.
what are you having done? You had it
done and it didn't work for
well,
you.
Not for Dr. Cerruti.
Something done.
You're
called,
doing the monovision,
right?
right?
You didn't go to Dr. Cerruti.
No, I did
both.
not.
He's doing both eyes.
Yeah.
So he's doing one eye will be 20/20 for distance.
Yep.
And one eye will be 20/20 for reading, and then it just takes me a couple of weeks for my brain to adjust.
Do you think you will need glasses still?
For the first 2 weeks, yes. After that, no.
After that, you think no?
Boom.
Wow.
Get rid of them.
That's crazy.
I've got like 20 pairs.
I just keep adding there are glasses all over the house now.
Right. Okay. Are you 2.0 yet?
Yes.
All right. I'll give you a bunch of them.
I am
After I get this
I'm
done.
2.0. All right, so, John, there was an interesting moment today with Rob Pelinka and J.J. Redick, and it's very forward-looking. So I want to play this. This is Rob Pelinka talking about the direction of the organization and changes that will be coming to the front office.
We don't list and won't start the precedent of listing of all the hires we do within data and strategy and analytics and scouting and medical scouting. We've made numerous hires already that just aren't ones that we publicly disclose, but there's been a build out going on. The two biggest positions that I mentioned in my answer to Dan is we will hire 2 assistant general managers. That's the plan. One of those general managers would be over sort of player draft and evaluation processes. That's pro scouting, draft scouting, player development. The other AGM would be more on the strategy side, which is cap, analytics, and data. And again, it's not that we've had holes in those places. We've got a great team of people that works incredibly hard. It's just we want to add more to that. And for both those AGM positions, we have started a wide search and have begun interviews, but haven't hired out either of those.
So again, Rob at the top of the organization.
Who does that sound like?
Who? What do you mean?
That structure.
That structure.
It's the Dodgers.
It is. Yeah. It's the Dodgerization of.
Yeah, it's Andrew Friedman, has Brandon Gomes. I don't even think Andrew's title is GM
no,
anymore.
Farhan Zaidi is like...
Farhan's been in every
been in a
Laker
lot
game.
of games, yeah.
And Farhan may be involved on the Lakers side, too. This is where the Mark Walter money is really going to come and help. He also, I don't know if you have it.
Yeah, I do have it right here.
He talked about what additions they're making to the facility, and this sounds like the Dodgers.
In terms of the resources that Jeannie and Mark are providing for us, that's an area that they really want us to grow. We see that, of course, with our brother-sister organization, with the Dodgers. They've invested a lot in player development and have done it so well. And so that's a conversation JJ and I are going to start to have in terms of, in addition to Dan's question about building out the front office infrastructure, are there additional resources he needs on a coaching staff to lean into player development and that arc and what it could mean. But your question is a really good one, and it's a very important area for us to have Lakers excellence in.
So I'll give you an example of something. Yeah. There's a shooting coach in the NBA named Chip Egeland, who was with San Antonio for all of their titles. Yeah. One, with Duncan, Ginobili, Parker. Oklahoma City hired him away 2 years ago. So now he's working with all these Oklahoma City guys.
Yep.
He's a Pacific Palisades guy.
Oh.
He went to high school with Jeannie.
Okay.
That's the time. I'm not saying Chip because he's got a job.
But that's the
that's the type of guy. Anybody would love to work for the Lakers.
Yes.
There's a difference between working for the Lakers and working for other NBA teams. You are working for the gold standard, and you get to live in L.A. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to go out and say, okay, I'll use this example. Years ago, Shaq was having problems with his abdomen.
Yep.
And there was a guy named Alex McKechnie.
Sure,
who was a specialist in dealing with core issues. Mm-hmm. And the Lakers, he had a private practice, and NBA players from all over the league went and saw Alex. The Lakers just called him up and said, come work for us specifically, and you can work with Shaq, and you can get everybody right. Dr. Leroy Sims, who helped you when you had a bad day at Media Day, used to be in charge of the whole NBA medical team. He worked for the league in New York. Lakers called him up and said, Dr. Sims, what would it cost to get us to come work just for the Lakers?
Yep.
So now we got him.
Yeah.
That's where Mark Walters' money comes in handy, is resources other than players. Because in the NBA, players have a salary cap.
Yes.
He can't do what he can't go out and do the Shohei, Freddie Freeman, Mookie
Betts
thing.
Just keep hiring people.
But what
it doesn't
he
work.
can do is we had Stan Kasten on last week. You look at the way Stan and Lon Rosen were able to make money when they were running the business side of the Dodgers. That's all going to happen for the Lakers now.
So I said earlier, you didn't really respond, but I almost think it is a binary choice, I think, between Austin and LeBron. If you really want to, you do.
If you can get them for your price, you can do it. But if one of them says to you, I ain't coming for anything less than blank, like LeBron and Austin, theoretically could both ask for the max.
Oh, sure, they could.
They probably will. I mean, it's just good negotiating. If they both ask for the max and insist on it, neither one of them will be here.
Yeah, that's true.
I just don't know. Maybe they max Austin. I don't know.
Yeah, 5 years, 241. Do you think anybody gives him 4 years? And
what does that average out to?
Well, nobody told me there would be math.
I got it. So it's 241 divided by 5, right? So it is $48 million a year. I don't think you can pay him that.
No.
Why would you pay him that?
Well,
he's not a $48 million a year
Chris,
player.
the reason you would pay him that is if Utah comes with $48 million a year.
If you're Austin Reeves, do you want to play for Utah?
Years.
4 years, right?
Well, that's going to be the question.
Right.
Somebody made a good tweet. I want to credit where credit is due here.
A good tweet. Wow.
Yeah.
Those don't happen very often.
Okay. It's well, you won't be surprised. It's from Charles Freeman, who's
he's a great guy.
Really smart, great listener of ours for years. He says about us.
Yep.
It's real easy to sit on the radio and say Reeves should take less money to stay with the Lakers. Owners and broadcasters can do their job for a lot of money for a lot of years.
Right.
While players have a finite amount of time to get paid. So, Chris, that is the answer to your question. Why would Austin go to I just threw out Utah.
Yeah.
But why would Austin go to another team? Because he has a finite amount of years, and if another team's going to pay him $48 a year, and all the Lakers can offer in our big structure plan is $35 million over 5 years. That's a lot of money. That's $60-70 million.
But if he wants
that would be a hard decision.
But if he wants the last dollar, he probably won't get it here.
Correct. Well,
would he get $49 million a year here? 5 years, 241. I don't think so.
Well, here's how it could happen.
Yeah.
LeBron either retires or goes somewhere else.
Right.
Then you've got that money you can max Austin.
Thus, a binary choice.
Well,
if you want to pay Austin, you can't pay LeBron. If Austin's playing for the last dollar.
What about my plan? You sell LeBron on 2 years, 40.
Yep.
So you're giving him 20. And you sell Austin on between 30 and 35.
Mm-hmm.
So then, let's say you sell him that. Then you're looking at $55 million for both of them. That's pretty good.
And that does leave you cap space.
Right.
Yeah, to be able to do other stuff. Whether
Austin has every right in the world to say, I'm worth more, and he can
If he wants the last dollar, he may not be here.
And LeBron has the same option. You can go out and say, you know what, guys, I was an all-star this year. I was second-team All-NBA.
Give me $59 million or bust.
Yeah, and then the Lakers, and that's what I was saying earlier about it's not as complicated as it looks because the Lakers only have so much money they can offer these guys, and if one of them opts out and leaves and says, I'm not playing for that, then it gives you more resources, more optionality.
Optionality. There's the word. All right, sports graffiti time. You've heard us talk for an hour about the Lakers and the loss last night and what they're going to do coming up during this offseason. Where do you stand on LeBron? Where do you stand on Austin? All that stuff. 877-710-ESPN. That's 877-710-ESPN. The Lakers season has ended, but the phones are open. 877-710-ESPN. All right, let me tell you about Cosm. This place, honestly, if you've not seen it yet, you've got to go to Cosm. I'm really excited because I've never seen a Harry Potter movie, and they have formatted Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, which is the first Harry Potter movie, and it's going to be in shared reality. In fact, you can go see it right now. Fantastic. I'm on my way to see that coming up next week. You can see The Matrix. You can see Cirque du Soleil. And big, you can see NHL playoffs. You can see NBA playoffs. And it will change the way you look at sports forever. Massive 87-foot wraparound LED display. We call this shared reality. It is spectacular for sports. For a complete schedule of events and to get your tickets, go to Cosm.com. That's COSM.com, Cosm.com. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Well, it was a heck of a fight last night.
Austin still dribbling. Throws up a three to beat the shot clock and in it. Wow.
Thank you to the King, AR, and the entire Lakers for giving it all they had last night against the Thunder. Today, we react. We get you through the pain, and we start to ask the questions as the biggest offseason in Lakers history begins. Your home for all the conversations every day. The station you know, the personalities you love. LA's mega sports station, ESPN LA.
What if I told you the next great story in Los Angeles isn't happening on the court? It's happening in Glendale. Hi, it's Momo, Ramona Shelburne. At Hyundai of Glendale, it's not just a grand opening, it's a fresh start. Right now, lease a brand new 2026 Hyundai Palisade SE for just $299 a month. Comes with owner's assurance and America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Call 818-222-8000 or check them out, HyundaiofGlendale.net.
$299 per month plus tax. Close in lease for 24 months. $43.99 cash due from customer plus $500 lease cash. $48.99 due at signing plus government fees and taxes. Unapproved above average credit through HMS. No security deposit. 7,500 miles per year. 20 cents per excess miles. Expires 5/31/26.
Pizza Hut is bringing the heat with their new hand-tossed crust. Crispy and golden on the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside, finished with buttery garlic parm seasoning in every bite. And right now, grab a large pizza with any 3 toppings for just $11.99, delivery or carryout. When you're hungry for big flavor, keep the Pizza Hut coming with the $11.99 large 3-topping deal. Order now at pizzahut.com or download the Pizza Hut app.
Limited time offer. Additional charges for extra cheese and toppings, stuffed crust, and original pan.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
Exactly. For $1. All right.
You should be mayor, Mace.
I'm
Mace for mayor.
I would like to run for mayor. Is there anybody else in this thing?
You'd be asleep till 10 a.m., though, every day.
We should make Michael mayor. You want to pay people under the table? Go ahead.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I like that.
Salary caps, all that stuff. All right, let's hit the phones. People reacting to exactly what happened in this season. Last night, losing to OKC, and now moving to what will be a challenging offseason. Let's start out with Albert in Rancho Cucamonga. Albert, what is your hot take? What's going on, man?
What's up, guys? This is for John. John, Ireland, he's the one that brings up championship or bust.
Right.
He says that's kind of like the motto. But like yesterday, he's like, well, at least we were entertained. So I want to know what should, as a fan, our standards be and expectations for next year with the new ownership.
Well, I think winning a championship is their goal every year. They're going to get judged whether or not they compete for a title. This year, they made it to the final 8.
Yes.
Okay, they got swept.
Further than we thought, given that they lost their two of their best players.
And they, so they're a top 8 team now. What do they got to do to go from 8 to 1 or 2? That's the challenge for Rob Pelinka. And they were very entertaining throughout the year. That's why I said that. They won 3. They won 3 games this year where they literally came back from the dead. That first time in my career, twice in one season, I called a game over only to watch the Lakers rise from the ashes to win. One against Denver when Austin threw that crazy missed free throw to himself, and then this game in Houston when they were down 6. And Houston had the ball with 27 seconds left, and the Rockets wet the bed.
Yeah.
So it was fun.
Right.
I
and
had a good time.
Look at that march. The march was spectacular until everybody got hurt.
But to answer the question, you can do both. You can be entertaining while you're trying to compete for a championship. Now they're top 8. They're trying to get to top 2.
All right, let's go to Oscar in Baldwin Park. Hi, Oscar. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, fellas. Hey, John, just want to commend you on a good season, man. Enjoy listening to you all through, pretty much listening to all season, Oscar. Man. So just real quick, fellas, you know what? Right now, the job I don't envy right now is being GM of the LA Lakers, man, because it's a stressful job, tough, and Pelinka got his work cut out. The only way I see LeBron coming back, I haven't heard anybody bring this up. I see him maybe being a 6th man. Maybe he could try to win that at the end of his career, have that on his resume. Maybe work with the bench, second unit. And Reeves, man, I wish we had a better playoff from, but I don't know. I don't know if he's a $50 million player, man. He's a third best player on a championship team, man. Maybe even 4th, But I'll give him 3rd, but we'll see. But that's all I got, guys. And let's go Lakers.
Okay, there you go. The one thing I know is that Luka loves playing with Austin. And has made that clear. His preference is to play with Austin.
There was one story today, I don't know, I would attribute it if I could remember who wrote it, but that Luka told somebody behind the scenes that he doesn't want Austin included in a deal for a guy like that.
Oh, yeah, Dan Wilkie reported that for The Athletic.
Dan Wilkie, okay.
And I wanted to say this. I think if LeBron wins 6th Man of the Year, Michael Jordan never did that.
That is true. That is true.
Bill Walton did, and he's in the Hall of Fame.
Well done, Em. Well done.
Let's go to, I believe it's Haru in South Pasadena. Am I getting that right, Haru?
Yes, sir.
What's going on,
yes,
Haru?
you did, man. Nothing much, man. It's great to hear from you. Just so you know, I won tickets a long time ago to see a celebrity game, and unfortunately, with my son, I watched you do the Mace.
Oh,
plant.
you were there for the Mace plant. Well, congratulations.
One of the
it was
highlights
a
of
memorable
Mason's
moment.
athletic career.
Yes, it was the peak.
So sorry to
Apex.
witness that. Sorry about that. But what I wanted to say is, first, what do you guys think about Joe Davis doing some games on radio, on TV? Sorry about that, John. I don't want to step on your toes. And the second thing I wanted to mention is, how come we're not talking about the Lakers going over the salary cap? We're paying $110 million for Kyle Tucker. Now, you're telling me we wouldn't do that for LeBron James?
I do think Mark Walter would be willing to let them go over the salary cap. But keep this in mind, Haru. In basketball, unlike baseball, if you go into the apron, it's not just that it's costing you money. It's costing you flexibility. You lose your mid-level exception. You can't make trades where you
can't
take
aggregate
more
salaries.
money in. Right. And so the new NBA, the way the world works is you want to stay under the aprons just to protect, and I'll use this word for the third time on the show today, your optionality. That's why you don't want to go over the cap. It's not that they can't afford it. They're owned by a hedge fund. They can afford anything. But it limits you in how much money you can spend, unless you do what the Clippers did and circumvent the cap.
Yeah, what they're spending on, what the new ownership is doing, and you heard it, we played that little clip there, assistant general managers, training staff, analytics, all that stuff. You can spend as much as you want. There is no cap for infrastructure. You can do as much of that as you want.
Right.
Let's go to Derek in Laguna. Derek, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's up, Derek?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good. John, this is for you.
Okay.
By the way, you guys are my favorites.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
I want to ask you your opinion on the top 2 or 3 best run organizations in the NBA.
In the NBA, okay. So I'd go Oklahoma City 1.
Yep.
San Antonio is probably in the conversation, but the difference between, Derek, Oklahoma City and San Antonio, we played Rob saying this earlier, is that they both tank to get picks.
Yes.
The Lakers will never tank to get picks. And so because of that, it makes the job a little harder.
But OKC, best run organization besides OKC. Where are you going?
Boston or San Antonio.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Boston, I wouldn't have fired Ime Udoka.
No.
And they did.
Yeah, I don't know what went on there.
Yeah. Well, he slept with, people that he wasn't – it was all off the court stuff.
Right.
But I think that the Lakers have an opportunity with Mark Walter's money and resources to be at the top of that conversation now.
Okay, let's go to Jim in South L.A. Hey, Jim, you're on Sports Graffiti. What are you doing, man?
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
There is so much that needs to be said here, but, you don't want to waste Luka's prime, but it takes time to build a roster like OKC. They had 20, they had years of tanking to get there. And when you think back to the Lakers, we were in that bad period for so many years where we got the capital that we could trade for AD. It takes that time to build up a roster that's as good as OKC, and that's a tough thing. I think we need Presti. I think that's who they need to get.
But again, what you're talking about is a teardown, which is what Presti did. They had 2 years where they won 20-something games. That allowed them to get the draft picks that they needed to build what they've got now. And the Lakers are never going to, as you said earlier, tear it down to the studs.
Right. And I've never heard, I don't know him, but I know a lot of people that work for the Thunder. I've never heard that Sam has any interest in leaving. He pretty much runs that whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he'll never get the control that he has there. He is literally in charge of everything in Oklahoma City. Everything. And as we learned from the Dodgers, it's more collaborative here.
Yes, very much so. Let's go to Sheila in Santa Monica. Hi, Sheila. You're on Sports Graffiti. What are you doing?
Thanks for having me, guys. Happy, what are we today? Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Yeah,
Sheila.
sure. Happy Tuesday.
Thanks so much. Listen, if the Lakers are serious about competing for a championship, they're going to be going against San Antonio and OKC for the next 5 years at least.
Yep.
And those are two young squads with some phenomenal players. I don't think you can then keep LeBron and keep Reeves. They're not two-way players. Obviously, LeBron is who he is, but if you're serious about building a future, you need that money. And Reeves, they just salivate when they see him on defense. He's not going to cut it. And I know Luka loves him, but Luka, you got to get healthy. And with what the new ownership has built with the supporting behind-the-scenes cast that Pelinka just talked about, you're going to be able to build, and you're going to be able to potentially go after Giannis. Bring him here. Have him work with Luka and build around it, and go find the McCains, go find the Mitchells, go find those players to build around.
Sheila, I think it's a really good call.
Thank you, Sheila. Appreciate it.
But I will say this, that when they were 15-2, they were a top 3 defense in the NBA. JJ figured out how. What Austin is, I'm never going to come on the air and say Austin's a great defender, but what he is a willing defender.
He's willing defender.
Same thing with Kennard.
But they do pick on him.
Right. Well, the same thing with Kennard. They're not known for their defense, but they'll compete.
They'll work at it.
Defensively. I mean, there are some guys that just, like James Harden doesn't play defense.
Yeah, just nails it in,
but they're not that. But I do think this, if your backcourt is Luka and Austin, both offense-first guys, you better have somebody out there like a Marcus Smart that's defense first.
Right.
That's important.
Let's go to Chris in L.A. Chris, you're on Sports Graffiti. Hey, man, what are you doing?
Hey, gentlemen. I wanted to just ask your opinion about J.J. Redick. I was talking to my friend, and we realized we've never seen him smile during any of these games this entire season, actually last season too. He reminds me of when I was at the Forum and Jerry West was there, and Jerry would be in the
JJ would take that as a gigantic compliment. Yeah.
Right. Times 10, though. But it was weird. You look over and you see Jerry West standing, in the archway there. I don't. And at his press conference last night, he almost was choking up.
He was teared up.
He loves it so much. I mean, a couple of things. I mean, for his own personal health, I think it's important. But also as a Laker coach, it seems like maybe he needs to kind of see the bigger picture a little bit and not get wound up in single
Chris,
play.
What I would say is that he was better at that this year than he was last year. Last year he was kind of
salty.
He snapped at the media a lot. Today, he even made the joke today. He goes, I don't think I snapped at you guys this year. Did I? He goes,
Except
maybe once.
Once, Dave McMenamin, he said.
Yeah. But I've actually heard him talk about this away from microphones.
Yep.
He loves coaching. He feels like he's been very fortunate to kind of end up in it. The circumstances broke right, and he got the Laker job. And the staff he's built around him, I actually think at least one of those guys is getting poached this year.
Yeah.
And he's good at identifying. Here's a good thing about JJ. He comes across as kind of a tough, militant, no nonsense guy. He really isn't.
Right.
When you spend time with the way, and guys like that tend to not. They think they know everything.
Right.
He knows what he doesn't know.
Right.
He defers to Scott Brooks and Nate McMillan and Bob Byer and some of those younger assistants on a lot of stuff. He's like, look, I don't have time. Basically, Scott Brooks makes the substitutions.
Right.
Nate McMillan runs the defense. JJ just puts it all together.
And by the way, JJ said today learning, improving, getting better. I mean, I think he knows what he doesn't know, and I think that's what he's going to get better at as we move along.
One of the stories I heard is when they were interviewing him to get the Laker job, they said to him, I think he was talking to Rob and to Kurt Rambis and to that gang, and they said to him, hey, if we hire you, how would you feel about us bringing in a couple of assistants who are former NBA head coaches?
Right.
Because you've never been a head coach, and they could walk you through it. And JJ said, I think I would insist on it.
Yeah.
Rather than, I remember the knock on our old friend Steve Lavin when he coached was he just hired all his friends.
Correct, yeah.
Because he didn't want anybody contradicting him. And if you talk to people who've coached, like if you talk to Dave Miller, he'll tell you the number one job when you get hired as an assistant coach is make sure the head coach looks good.
Yeah.
That's really your only job. JJ's not like that.
Yeah.
He wants assistants that will tell him no.
Yeah.
And
I am you gave a shout out to Dave Miller. I like that.
Was that a shout out? Okay.
Yeah, that was a shout out.
Yeah. Dave was at the game last night.
Yeah.
Shocking.
But yeah, the assistant coaches that the Lakers have hired are hands-on.
Yeah.
A lot of assistants in the NBA are hands-off.
Right.
They're just there to, pick up the dry cleaning for the head coach.
Okay, we are going to do some bonus sports graffiti. All the lines lit. It is the day after the Lakers exit the playoffs, losing a really, really good game to Oklahoma City. They played really well. A lot of fight. They did compete all night long. They very well could have won it, which, credit to them. They didn't roll over and play dead. They had a really tough competitive game last night. And now the question is, what do they do during the offseason? Who do they keep? Who do they move? I would give the number, but they're all lit. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The Lakers and Toyota have been in business together for 50 years. They started their partnership in 1976. And just because the Lakers have been eliminated doesn't mean the sale is off at Toyota. It's still very much on. Summer starts now at Toyota. You can kick things off with a powerful new 4Runner, the RAV4, the Sequoia, the Grand Highlander, the Tundra, the Tacoma, all the cars, all the trucks on sale right now. Dealer inventory may vary, so you can go to Toyota.com or just stick your head into a Southern California Toyota dealer, and they will take care of you. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. It's all part of 50 years of teamwork, innovation, and going places together. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive. Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
I got a question, though, in regards to Costco. So when they have the stands and they're giving out samples, how many, do you go try every single stand, or you just go around pass by?
I'm very selective. If it's something that I would like to try or that I know I like, I will loiter until it's my turn to get that slice of ham. But if you're giving away, energy drink sips, I'll skip that all day long.
I don't like it when they get mad when you say no.
Oh, I've never had that before.
Yeah, they get upset. Like, you want to try this? No, I'm good.
No, thank you. Yeah, fine.
I'm not hungry.
Yeah,
I don't want it.
I know they're trained to do this, but the thing they do is they'll have a meatball, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. And they're like, yep, $10.99 a pound. They're right there. I'm like, I don't want to buy them. I just want to eat the free ones. Stop.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app. And live on YouTube.
Hey, LA and OC, if you love great food and smart prices, you need to know about Wild Fork Foods. Hosting, grilling, you just want a great dinner? Start at Wild Fork Foods. Find your local SoCal store at wildforkfoods.com. Wild Fork, quality meat and seafood, low prices, largest variety in one store.
Memorial Day weekend checklist. Sunscreen, check. Snacks, check. Road trip playlist, check. Now, when's the last time you checked your oil? Before you hit the road, head to Valvoline Instant Oil Change for a fast 15-minute stay-in-your-car oil change, and no appointment is ever needed. Plus, they'll check your fluids, battery, wipers, and more, so you can worry less about your car and focus more on the weekend ahead. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for a special offer and your nearest location. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Quick, easy, and road trip approved.
Coverage and content of the 2026 NBA playoffs on ESPN LA is presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play a perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official Native American resort and casino of the Los Angeles Lakers. Visit Pechanga.com for more information.
You never know what you're going to get when you wake up with Sedano and Cap.
You love your gummy bears.
I do love gummy bears. Every time we're in the suite, I always get gummy bears. It's kind of a bit between Stephanie and I. So if she's not in there, I'll send her a picture of gummy bears and vice versa. Maybe I should send her some naughty pictures of you and the gummy bears on Wednesday night at East Central.
Gummy bears climbing out of my deep belly button, just trying to escape.
Oh, Cappy, you a freak, man. You a freak.
It's the morning show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
121 on a live imaging Tuesday presented by Providence on the biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland.
Yes.
Oh, I thought do you want me to mention Dave Miller again, or
No.
Oh, okay. Go
Dave
ahead.
Miller got a shout out.
Go ahead, Mason.
All right, let's hit the phones again. It is bonus sports graffiti. Let's go to Gregory and Ventura. Gregory, you're on sports graffiti.
There,
hey, man, what's up?
I blame Reddick for Luka's injury, and here's why.
Okay.
That blowout game against OKC at the end of the year, I know Doncic had scored 40 in the last 6 of the last 8 games. He never should have played that second half. He should have sat down, give the dude a rest. I mean, that's my opinion. I don't know why he played the second half of that game he was injured in.
Okay.
Well, and also that same game Austin got hurt in, too.
Same game, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't – if it was going to happen, it was going to happen, right?
But this is Michael's pet peeve is when you're down 30, why are your stars still
I don't know why they're out there. Let's go to Mario in Upland. Hey, Mario, you're on Sports Graffiti. Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon. Yeah, I was at the game last night. Got a chance to wave to Pepe, but I was sitting behind him, so I don't think he saw me. But I got to really comment on the atmosphere. It's been a long time since I've been to a playoff game there with the crowd into it, loud. It was really, really good, which is unusual for us Laker fans. We like to look cool, but I mean, it was really, really.
Mario, I agree with you. I said at one point when the Lakers mounted that comeback in the fourth quarter that was the loudest the building had been all year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the crowd was really good last night.
Yeah, and they played their best game, I think, of the year, and it was kind of weird. I thought at no point, I was like, I think we're winning this game. I just thought from the third quarter on, I was like, I think we're winning this game. But to get to really quick to Reeves, we don't win the title if he's a first, second, or third option on our team. If he's a fourth, okay, but it's got to be at our number. Same with LeBron. It's got to be at our number that works best for the team so we can build something around him and Luka for the next couple of years. Otherwise, we just thank them for their service. But I'm really excited. Even though I'm a Mets fan, I'm excited for the Dodgerization of the Lakers.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. Rack me, and I'm out.
Okay. Rack them.
An old Jim Rome fan.
Yeah. Let's go to Joe in Alameda. Hey, Joe, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's going on, man?
No, it's actually Daryl.
Oh, sorry about that, Daryl.
Hey, guys. Hey, no problem. Hey, so Sheila stole a lot of my thunder, and so did this last caller. But here's the other thing. You guys actually it's two-part.
Okay.
You guys actually trust Rob with making picks for us again and making the right moves. A lot of the moves that he made did not pan out, especially as far as picks go. And the people that he picked up in free agency, they pretty much fell in his lap.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me ask you about this, Daryl. Anybody could have signed Marcus Smart. Rob did.
Yep.
Anybody could have signed DeAndre Ayton. Rob did.
Yep.
Anybody could have traded for Luke Kennard. Rob made the Rui trade, stole him from the Wizards. Rob called Austin when he didn't get drafted 1 minute after the draft was over and said, we really want you here. All that roster is Rob. If you were going to grade every general manager in the league, he'd be in the top half, not the bottom half. What's your biggest complaint that he hasn't drafted well?
Yes.
He hasn't drafted well.
Yeah, that's a fair criticism.
Let me put this other component in there.
Okay.
Why did we let Dallas get Masai Ujiri, and then Masai goes and hires Mathis from Portland? Why didn't we go after Ujiri? Please don't say that Rob is a better head of basketball operations than Masai.
Well, we're going to find out.
Yeah, no, we're going to find out. Rob is the guy. It or not, Rob is the guy. And
by the way, look at the Dodgers, Daryl. If this team doesn't win, the Dodgers aren't afraid to make changes.
Yeah, and by the way, and it's not Rob is going to have a lot of help now. He's
he
not
talked about those assistant GMs today. They're gonna build a brain trust like like what we used to call Council of Elders.
Yes,
they're gonna have that with the Lakers now.
By the way, and he's totally right. The drafting has been, if you look at the Lakers and you wonder why they're not deep or why their rotation doesn't go, look no further than Jalen Hood-Schifino and Dalton Knecht. Those were bad picks.
Right, but I can say the same thing about the Warriors. I can say the same thing about the Mavericks. I can say that most teams passed. Well, A.J. Mitchell was the 38th pick in the draft.
Correct.
That means every team passed on him at least once, and some teams passed on him twice.
Yes.
So to say that Rob is in the bottom half of GMs is inaccurate.
I'm not saying that.
GMs aren't great.
I'm saying this is a D-level draft.
Well,
the last 2 years.
I think you can apply that to almost everybody. I'm trying to.
But you agree that if those guys, if they draft right,
besides San Antonio and Oklahoma City, who's nailed the draft over the last 5 years? I don't think any one team really stands out. Those two have drafted really well, but they were drafting high, near the top of the draft. All the other, like Golden State, Joe Lacob used to talk about light years Lacob, blah blah blah. He drafted James Wiseman, who's out of the league. He drafted Jonathan Kuminga, and then they threw him away for nothing.
Yeah.
And they were in a dynasty period.
Right.
Then you have like a Nikola Jokic who's taken in the Taco Bell commercials.
Yeah.
But we got, as Rob said earlier, we got to be the guy that finds. We got to be the team that finds that young ascending player.
I would argue that he did find one with Reeves. He may have one with Adu Thero.
Maybe, yeah.
And I will give it. I will not defend Jalen Hood-Schifino. It appears like Dalton Knecht's in the doghouse. I'm not sure how that's going to end. But most other teams, like our buddy Daryl Morey, who's on the hot seat in Philly now, think about this. He had Jared McCain.
Yep.
He had Isaiah Joe. He had like four guys who are now starting and playing quality minutes in the playoffs, and Daryl let him go for nothing.
Yeah.
So there's a dance that goes on here, and not very many people are good at it.
Yeah.
Can I add one more thing too? So adding the assistant GMs is like adding writers to a writer's room. We all like watching shows and everything, and nowadays a lot of times it's one writer who is the creator, showrunner, because he only has to make 8 episodes. But you see things like White Lotus, where as seasons go on, kind of lose the creativity. They can't get all the holes filled. They have loose ends that aren't tied. But when you add another writer to the writer's room, they can work together, collaborate, and get a better product at the end of the day. So I think that's what, if we have that analogy, that's what the Lakers are going to do with their GM and assistant GMs.
Right. The Dodgers basically have a writer's room, to put it your way.
Right.
They got Friedman, and they got Gomes, and they got Roberts, and they got Zaidi, and they all
but they
get
have one
together.
showrunner.
Yeah.
But that can be the final say, but they can collaborate.
Collaborate, exactly. All right, Children's Hospital Los Angeles, biggest event of the year is back. Walk and Play LA brings the community together for a fun-filled day supporting kids who need life-saving care. Enjoy a scenic 3K walk, plus music and games and activities for all ages. Join us Saturday, June the 6th at the Santa Monica Pier. Sign up at ESPNLA.com. Join Team ESPNLA. Use code PLAY to save $10. Visit ESPNLA.com to learn more. Look who is next.
How are you?
How are you? Dr. Clapper's coming up. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Well, it was a heck of a fight last night.
Austin still dribbling. Throws up a 3 to beat the shot clock and hit it. Wow.
Thank you to the King, AR, and the entire Lakers for giving it all they had last night against the Thunder. Today, we react, we get you through the pain, and we start to ask the questions as the biggest offseason in Lakers history begins. Your home for all the conversations every day. The station you know, the personalities you love. LA's mega sports station, ESPN LA.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Next time you're at my home away from home, LAX, look up. You'll see the future of travel in action. It's the all-electric Skylink train. It's now testing, and trust me, this is a game changer. What does it take to build a champion? It takes round-the-clock preparation. And soon, Skylink will connect you to the airport terminals, the new rental car center, and LA Metro. From practice to prime time, the LAX Skylink. Fast, free, and built for LA. In testing now to help you skip the traffic later.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. I'm here with Angie from Angelica's Insurance.
Every team needs a strong defense, and when it comes to protecting what matters most, they've got you covered.
That's right. From auto and home to renters, business, and life insurance, we built a game plan tailored just for you.
And if life throws a penalty your way, like a DUI, for example,
we got you. We specialize in DUIs, SR22 coverage, getting you back on the road fast and affordably. Visit angelicas-ins.com or call 1-888-717-0773 for your free quote today.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive.
So, you know what? This is the perfect golf weather that you want.
Oh, yeah.
Warm without being hot.
Yeah.
Cool without being breezy.
Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
Like this is...
Well, we're in the shade, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're out there walking around, it's not bad.
Yeah, part of this is hydration, right? You got to... Attrition is a big part of golf.
It is.
Yeah.
I like to hydrate with Coors Lights. I feel I feel that is a very effective...
What you do is your choice.
Well, it is a good hydration.
Yeah.
I go Cascana's tequila. There you go.
There you go.
It's tequila water. That's my jam right there.
Water. There you go. There's hydration in there.
If you come through the halfway house, maybe there's a double transfusion.
Okay, there you go.
Double transfusion or a glizzy. You know, you got to get that.
Oh, always a good choice.
Oh,
I turned DeMarco on to transfusion.
Oh, you got that?
Loved it.
Oh, it's a game changer, right?
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and live on YouTube.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Earn an accredited MBA in as few as 16 months for about $21K at University of Maryland Global Campus. Explore 10 specializations, including finance, HR, cyber technology, and more. Plus, showcase the value of your MBA with a comprehensive learner record and digitally demonstrate in-demand skills and credentials to employers. No application fee if you apply by June 1st. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by SHAP.
Mason Plus is out on the ESPN LA YouTube channel, and Donnie Wahlberg is on along with my friend Mark Ellis from Rotten Tomatoes, so check that out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we now say...
Clap on.
How are ya?
Dr. Clapper, how's life?
Very good. Super busy. Lots of injuries. Love it.
Yeah, good. I know that our injuries are your gain. All right, so I heard something yesterday that was interesting, and I want to run it by you. Tarek Skubal had those loose bodies in the elbow.
Yeah, loose bodies.
And similar to what they used to say about Edwin Diaz, but that he went, and here's the story. I'm hearing this secondhand, Dr. Clapper. You tell me if it makes sense. He went to Dr. Elatraj, and Dr. Elatraj has a way of doing this that will not have him out for a huge, long, expended period of time. Like, he won't be out for 3 or 4 months. Does that sound accurate to you?
Yes, it's going to happen, and the reason is there is a company based in Naples, Florida, and everything's built in America, which is great, that is run by an incredible engineer named Reinhold Schmieding, and he owns a company called Arthrex, and they are always at the forefront of all the tools and new kinds of sutures that we make, new kinds of needles that we use. All this beautiful new technology pretty much emanates from Naples, Florida, and Arthrex. And they have come up with a way to put a camera that we use for our arthroscope on the back of a needle that you would use for an injection.
Wow.
Huh. That's how small it is. And so, man, Scott Boras he's the one giving the interview to Buster Only.
Yeah.
That's how excited he is, because this is a really a paradigm shift where we'll be able to, in the office, look in your elbow, see the loose body, pluck it out. There's no real rehab. Literally, you can start throwing
That's amazing.
a baseball the next day.
Okay,
That's
so
how amazing it is.
compare what's going on with Scooble to what's going on with Edwin Diaz, who had surgery to remove, I think, loose bodies, the exact same thing. What's the difference?
So I think in Edwin Diaz there were multiple loose bodies, and that makes a difference. I think in the case of Tariq Skubal, and by the way, Boris calls it the scuba scope. That's what he's calling it. The scope.
I can't believe, Dr. Glover, I can't believe somebody figured out a way to put a camera on a needle. That just blows my mind.
The technology, you remember the old cell phones, right? We can look at all those MacGyver shows and how now it fits in your pocket and it gets smaller and smaller. It just gets smaller and smaller in terms of the technology. And for me, in the world of orthopedic surgery, what a blessing it is, because half the time, as an orthopedic surgeon, we violate perfectly good structures, tendons and muscles, to get to the problem. For example, back in the day when I started, you dislocated your shoulder. It was 2.5 hours surgery where I had to make an incision that was maybe 3 inches long in the front of your shoulder, go through the skin, go through the subscapularis tendon. That has nothing the matter with it, just to get into your shoulder joint to fix your labrum. Now, it takes 15 minutes, a puncture wound in the back of your shoulder, boom, you're right in the joint. You don't hurt any of the good muscles, and you're able to repair what's torn. The patient, the recovery is so incredibly fast now, and it's wonderful.
All right. Go ahead. I was going to say, June 12th, USA plays Paraguay in the World Cup at SoFi Stadium. So we're exactly 1 month away. It's May the 12th. The World Cup is playing on grass as opposed to turf. Tell me why that is important for players.
It's a great question, Steve, because it sounds like the soccer player has made it clear we are not playing on a field that is anything other than not only natural turf, but good natural turf. There's a difference because they recognize the injuries that are involved. And yet, finally, the NFL Players Association is now realizing that half of the stadiums that exist in the NFL right now are on artificial turf. The players hate it. And now these players are watching the FIFA World Cup come along, even at SoFi. And they're basically going to take up the artificial turf and make them put natural grass. It makes sense that the NFL players will go, wait a minute, why don't you do that for us? And the reason is that they get to do monster trucks and they get to do, concerts. So they're more interested in durability of the field than they are about the player.
Okay. Dr. Klepper, as you know, I'm the world's biggest Austin Reeves fan. He returned to the Lakers to play in the first round of the playoffs 4 weeks after a grade 2 left oblique strain. And it came out over this past week that part of his recovery featured 12-hour days of treatment, including extensive use of a UCLA Health hyperbaric chamber.
Oh!
So explain to me, if I was to go sit in a hyperbaric chamber for 12 hours, how does that get me better? How does that cure my oblique strain?
Well, it reminds me of the football players that are out of breath on the sidelines breathing in oxygen. There is absolutely no data that I can see that it actually makes you get more oxygen really in your blood, if you will.
Yep.
What they're but a lot of it is psychological. Now, hyperbaric oxygen's been around a long time as treatment. It's wonderful when we're dealing with burns, and it's more and more being used. And when I have a patient who says, I want to go do it, they are so happy that I send them to have hyperbaric oxygen in terms of their healing. But show me the science.
Yeah.
Okay.
Show me, because otherwise everybody should be doing it. But a lot of it's psychological. It's all about blood flow. That's when healing occurs. So when LeBron uses the cryo sauna, when all these other ways to increase blood flow to the tissues, this is really what it's all about. Even Ben Gay, when you think about it, or Icy Hot, why do these things make people feel better and get rid of injuries faster in their mind? It's all because it irritates the skin. And when you irritate the skin, more blood flow goes there. And in the end, the benefit is that it heals the tissues that are damaged that much faster.
Okay, Luka suffered a grade 2 hamstring strain, and now the season is over. If you were advising Luka, would you just – he's been trying to do exercises and rehab to get back. Now, obviously, he has nothing to come back to. Would your advice to him just be shut it down, rest it for a couple of weeks, or keep doing rehab? What would you tell him?
Yes, and I'm a big fan of being non-traditional. And my way of being non-traditional is using the swimming pool, where you get the buoyancy so you're weightless. You get the resistance on the muscle. And there's an X factor. The fact that the water is touching your skin is something neuromuscular called proprioception, where you are in space. This is a terrible injury that has happened to him. He needs to rest it. He needs to let it do its best. I was not a big fan of him going all the way to Spain. I'm glad he got to see his daughters, which I think is a big reason why he went. But the reality is let his body do what it needs to do to get as many of the repair muscle fibers to be muscle fibers and not scar. So, yeah, let him take – I hear he's not going to be playing this summer for Slovenia.
Correct.
That's a fantastic idea.
Yep.
He needs to let his body recuperate because the future of the Lakers is Luka Doncic.
Let me throw you one last thing. I was talking to John C. McGinley, actor from the show Rooster, and he's big on cold plunges and was trying to sell me on doing cold plunges. Is there any science behind that?
If you don't mind your testicles going up to your throat, you can jump into that cold pool. I'm a surfer. I'm used to cold water, Steve. But it's a shock, and it's not to be taken lightly. I mean, you got to be ready for it because it does all kinds of hemodynamic things to your blood pressure and your heart rate. But it's wonderful, and it really makes you feel like something different has happened to your body. But again, it's blood flow. You get vasoconstriction when things are cold. You get vasodilation when things are hot. And so I'm a big fan of cold. People tell me all the time, it feels better when I put a warm compress on it. Yeah, feels better, increased blood flow, but you always want to follow it up with cold. So jumping in the plunge in the ice-cold water, wonderful.
All right, Doc, we appreciate it as always. Weekend Warrior Show is Saturday morning, 7 a.m. Thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate you.
Okay, always a pleasure. Thanks so much, guys.
Clap off. Clap off. All right, coming up next, John, Kendrick Perkins thinks that Wemby should have been suspended for the game tonight.
Really?
Yeah, we'll do that. Coming up next, Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. Oh, let's talk about Jacob and Ronnie. So here's the thing. There are a lot of different ways it can go wrong for you on the freeways. Maybe you're on a motorcycle. Maybe a commercial vehicle hits you. Maybe you get sideswiped or rear-ended, or some guy's zoned out while he's texting, all that stuff. And there is one call you need to make.
800-345-6789. That is the law office of Jacob and Ronnie, and it's so easy to remember. You just count from 3 to 9. 800-345-6789. And Mace, one thing we don't stress enough around here is you only have to pay him if he wins.
Exactly.
So it's a no-risk call.
Yeah.
You have nothing to lose. Talk to Jacob if you and this goes for any type of an accident. You're in a vehicle accident. You're in a pedestrian accident. You get hit by one of these e-bikes.
Yeah.
Whatever your accident is, Jacob can walk you through it.
Yeah. And by the way, if you have a case and the attorney went silent on you, or you feel like they've zoned out and aren't helping you, call Jacob for a second opinion. Again, that number, 800-345-6789, 800-345-6789. CallJacob.com. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
If I'm in LeBron's shoes, why am I being asked to take such a big pay cut? Oh, because you guys know that I've been playing for 23 years?
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
You guys know that I'm a billionaire. You guys know that I've got a lot of business outside of basketball that makes me a lot of money. So therefore, I don't need the money. And that's why I should be the one who takes the pay cut, because I don't need the money. Oh, no, but LeBron, it's not that. It's just that we know how much you love playing with Bronny, and we know how much you love living in L.A., and we know how comfortable your life is. So can't you just do right by us? Can't you help us by taking this massive pay cut? Yeah, I could, but why would I? To get Austin paid? Well, I would ask this question to the Lakers. How does that help you achieve a championship?
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
10th Inning Productions presents the LA Card Expo on May 16th and 17th at the Warner Center Marriott in Woodland Hills. Sports cards, Pokemon, memorabilia, autographs, TCG, Funko, and more. Baseball legend Steve Garvey will be appearing on Saturday, with legendary Bash Brothers Jose Canseco appearing on Sunday. For tickets and info, go to lacardexpo.com. Vendor tables are sold out. It's the LA Card Expo Saturday and Sunday, May 16th and 17th at Warner Center Marriott in Woodland Hills. Visit lacardexpo.com.
John Ireland here. You want a vodka that's championship caliber? Look for Blue Ice Vodka at Ralph's, America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce. Classic, huckleberry, or double espresso. Blue Ice Vodka. Vodka with standards.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-9087, 800-575-9087. That's 800-575-9087, or simply visit tra.com.
148. That is live. On a Tuesday.
Win, sometimes you lose.
Presented by Promise.
Sometimes Mace ignores your text.
Mace wants to ignore text.
Yeah, this whole text thing is just annoying as hell. I'm not glued to my phone the way some people are.
I mean,
you're texting and I'm in the same places every day. My schedule is really set.
But I'm texting like 25 people. It's not like just to you. By the way, when your phone seems to work when you text me about Mason Plus.
I don't think I text you that much about Mason Plus, do I?
There's more texts about Mason Plus than there are about maybe calling into the postgame show.
I told you I was stoned. I am
but
not
I don't know
calling in when I am toasty.
Yeah, actually, that might make for really good radio.
Yeah, but I do not want to call anywhere. I don't want to be public when I'm toasty.
So, are you that toasty when you're watching the game too?
That
gives me pause anyway. Then
no, I just got a little buzz rolling. And
so can't you just record a selfie video like, man, Lakers, hey guys, I'm stoned right now, but I'll be back tomorrow.
That's a good way to go.
You don't think our fans will engage with that video of you going, hey, it's Mace, I'm kind of stoned right now, but Lakers, it's
Ireland,
over tomorrow.
How classy is that?
Tomorrow
Should I do
at
that?
noon.
Honesty?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, why not? Okay.
I just don't understand why
next time around, even if I'm stoned, I'll call in or I'll do your.
I mean, how stoned are you? Are you like naked and falling into things?
I have my 10 milligram gummy and I'm feeling good.
John does more of that.
I know John is a bigger stoner than I am.
Oh, I do 20 right before I go to sleep.
He does 20. All right, so tonight, great series between Minnesota and San Antonio. It is tied at 2. We all saw Wemby get ejected from Game 4. And Kendrick Perkins and the league elected to do nothing and let Wemby play tonight. Kendrick says he should be suspended.
It should. It's going to be a level of aggression, right? I mean, I think it's going to be a level of physicality, but I'm 1,000% in with what Draymond said. Victor Wembanyama should have been suspended for tonight's game. Like, real talk. As a guy that led the league in technical fouls, a guy that was suspended, you saw the video that I showed you yesterday on First Take?
Yes.
I got suspended for a slight headbutt. This man looked him in the eyes and lined him up and threw a malicious elbow, a vicious elbow. And you know what it set for the rest of the league? You know what Adam Silver and the NBA said to the rest of the league? We prioritize stardom and views over the health of our players. Because Draymond is right. If that was the other way around and Nas Reed would have took out Wemby, he would have been suspended for the day. You cannot do that. It's about protecting the brand, not the names on the back of the jersey. And that's what that call was about when it came down to Wemby not being suspended.
So let me ask you.
That is very interesting.
Let me ask you, had Naz Reid done that to Wemby, what would have – I mean, obviously he'd be ejected, but would Naz Reid have been suspended for Game 5? Yeah.
Yeah, but
there are two different standards
here. If Draymond is trying to point out that
stars
special players get different treatment, welcome to every walk of life. I could literally go on the air today and say the exact same thing as Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
I would be fired for it. He wouldn't be. They wouldn't even say anything. Yeah, because Stephen A. Smith or Mike Greenberg or Scott Van Pelt, they're stars.
They've earned the right to say what they want.
Right. Victor Wembanyama is the biggest star in the galaxy. The question that Kendrick Perkins and Draymond Green should be asking is, how do we keep him on the court?
Yes.
You're saying get him off the court. No, I want mechanisms to play.
Wemby is the main reason I want to watch Game 5 tonight.
Why do you think so many people go to rock concerts to see rock stars that go in and out of jail? Because they are unique.
Yes.
They're talented. They have a set of skills that other people do not possess. If Kendrick's going to get worked up that Wemby is getting special treatment, hey, Perk, it's just starting. He's 23. He's the next Michael Jordan. They're going to try and come up with ways to keep him on the court, not off, and I'm surprised Perk doesn't understand
I completely agree with you. Wemby is the reason to watch Game 5. Like, I really want to watch Wemby. He is so special. He's so interesting to watch, and it would be a shame had they suspended him. But Kendrick's right. Had it been Naz Reid, he would have been suspended for a game.
Okay, let's do a little exercise here.
Okay.
I have a list in front of me.
Yep.
Of all the available free agents.
Okay, got it.
So I want you guys, Brian, Emily.
Restricted and unrestricted?
Chris, yes.
Okay.
All you guys to think, all right, we've got.
I've actually got some written down.
All right, we've got our money, and we can spend it on LeBron, Austin, and Rui, or we could give it to one of these guys. All right?
Mm-hmm.
If I get to a name that you would get rid of one of the other ones and put this guy in, let me know.
Okay.
Trae Young.
No.
James Harden.
No.
Oh, God, no.
Restricted Jalen Duren. I don't think Detroit,
I like Jalen Duren a lot.
Detroit lets him out of the building.
I don't think so either. He's a great player.
Russell Westbrook.
No. Lived through that.
Bruce Brown.
No.
Interesting.
But who are you getting rid of?
Neither.
Okay.
For Bruce Brown.
C.J. McCollum. Would you get rid of Marcus Smart and bring in C.J. McCollum?
No.
Okay. DeAndre Ayton.
No. He's probably going to opt in.
Here's the first one that I would give long and hard
please don't opt in.
He's going to opt in.
Long and hard thought to.
Mm-hmm.
Norman Powell.
Oh, nice player.
If you could get him for the right price, I would absolutely do it. Isaiah Hartenstein, team option.
Very interesting idea. I would be, I told you off there, but I would say find a way to get Hartenstein and Dort. Let's get someone. I'll have
Just
what they're
steal
having.
the Thunder's players?
Yeah, I don't think the Thunder are going to let you do that, though.
Right.
Why not?
They're club options.
This list I'm going through is all you people that keep calling and say, get rid of Austin, get rid of LeBron, get rid of Rui, but get rid of everybody.
This is your other option.
This is what you would be bringing in.
Yep.
Tobias Harris.
No.
Pretty good player, but I wouldn't get rid of one of our guys for him. Peyton Watson, restricted.
Yeah, very strong consideration. Very strong consideration.
Walker
He's on my list.
Kessler, restricted.
You know what? I've heard Walker Kessler for a long time. I just don't think they're going to make a trade with the Lakers. I don't think Utah's going to do anything to help the Lakers.
What if it's for Austin Reeves?
Well, here's an interesting one because this guy's on the Clippers.
Yeah. Benedict
Mathurin, restricted.
Now they're going to sign him. They just traded for him. They're going to sign him.
Andrew Wiggins, player option.
I mean, there are lots of. I think I would rather have Austin than Wiggins.
Draymond Green, player option.
He's like 100.
I know, but he's a really good grinding defensive player.
I would rather
setter.
have Marcus Smart than Draymond Green.
Okay.
I think they serve a similar role. I'd rather have
They
Marcus
do.
Smart.
Okay.
Jonathan Kuminga, team option.
No.
They're not letting him out of that anyway.
No.
Here's a good one. Ayo Dosunmu.
Yeah, he just had a good series.
Still going. Playing tonight. Here's one to think about. Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, that is interesting to think about.
But
I
he
looked at that
cannot
list
stand
today.
the court.
I agree with that.
Yeah, you tend to lean towards guys who get hurt a lot.
I do.
Yes.
Because that's why they're available.
Exactly.
Kelly Oubre. Don't hate it.
No, don't hate it. But I wouldn't give up one of those two guys.
All right, here's one that if this is a team option, the team doesn't pick this guy up, I swoop.
Okay.
Lou Dort.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Okay.
Lou Dort's the guy that I covet the most.
So who do you have to get rid of?
Lou Dort. You would probably have to cut bait on Marcus Smart.
Okay.
Yeah. And
that would be an upgrade.
It would be an upgrade.
And somebody else to pay Dort.
Yep.
And somebody else. So maybe Marcus and Rui. Would you ever have Marcus and Rui or Dort?
Dort.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's one. Mark Williams restricted.
Oh, wouldn't you know it?
But
I don't
he
think-
won't be able to pass the physical,
Yeah,
guys.
won't pass the physical. He's playing games.
Here's
but he won't pass the
one I
physical.
think you would like.
Okay.
Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, he's a really good idea. Really good defensive center, great rim protector.
Unrestricted.
I like Mitchell Robinson.
Luke Kennard.
I mean, it depends on how much he costs. I wouldn't give up either of those two if it meant getting Kennard, but there might be a number that the Lakers can work on.
The next two are interesting.
Okay.
Both unrestricted. I'll do them together.
Okay.
Quentin Grimes, Kobe White.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Both unrestricted?
Yep.
Yeah, I like both of them.
All right, two player options.
Yep.
Marcus Smart, Zach LaVine.
No on Zach LaVine. Yes on Marcus Smart.
Okay, more interesting ones. Another Clipper. John Collins, unrestricted.
You're asking if I would give up
one of our guys?
Oh,
now.
yeah, no.
Okay. I'm going to keep going. Just stop me.
Yep.
Anthony Simons.
No, I'm not giving up LeBron and Austin for Anthony Simons.
Harrison Barnes. Too old, right?
Too old, yeah.
Player options, both of these guys. Jose Alvarado, Al Horford. I would take a look at Alvarado.
I would take a look at Alvarado.
He's the type of guy that's a pest, and you want him to be
and
your
also
pest.
a good three-point shooter.
All right, good one here. Dean Wade in Cleveland. He can play.
Yeah.
Jackson Hayes.
By the way, I think Jackson Hayes is a lock to come back.
Him and Luka are really
loves play. I mean, Luka.
tight.
He's on the Slovenian national team now, Jackson Hayes. I think he's coming back no matter what.
Luka loves a big guy he can throw lobs to, which I think Jackson Hayes is that. He just isn't as good defensively as you want him to be.
Yep.
I think
he was great last
I think
night,
these
by the
two are non-starters because of age.
Okay.
Chris Middleton, Yusuf Nurkic.
Yeah, no.
Kevin Porter Jr. player option. He can't stay out of trouble.
Mm-mm.
Andre Drummond, we had him
No,
once, didn't
God,
work.
no.
Here's one, unrestricted. Colin Sexton.
Nice player.
Yeah, that's one I'd take a look at.
He's in Utah,
Here's another
right?
one. Here's another one I like. He's in Denver, so you'd be robbing Denver, and he can shoot. Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah, I like that.
Unrestricted on a minimum deal
Unrestricted?
this year.
Okay.
Get rid of Austin for him.
Brooke Lopez, team option.
We've
I think
seen
he's
that
too old.
movie, yeah.
Keon Ellis, don't hate it.
No.
Nikola Vucevic can't stay healthy.
No.
Robert Williams can't stay healthy.
No.
Josh Okogie, I don't hate. Good defensive player, kind of gets in there and mixes it up. This guy's
You haven't heard the name. I haven't heard the
two
name.
more.
Okay.
DeAnthony Melton.
Yeah.
Player option. He's
I
a Golden
like
State.
him. I like
don't
him.
hate that. And Landry Shamet, great shooter.
Yeah, you didn't mention Terry Eason.
Yeah, I did. I was.
Oh, did
he's
you?
On
yeah.
he's on the
Terry
list.
Eason, I think, would be a great fit. Restricted, but a great fit. Peyton Watson, restricted. Lou Dort. You can tell which players I'm sort of
defense first.
Yeah, defense first.
But see, the reason why that's smart is if you do bring back Austin and Luka, you have two offense first guards. All these other wings you're talking about are defense first guys.
Yes.
Like they've been playing Dort at forward so they can play A.J. Mitchell and Shea in the backcourt. Dort's only 6'5",
but he can guard
He's
anybody.
a bowling ball, right? Yeah, he gets in. He guarded LeBron.
Yeah.
For most of the series.
Yeah.
Doesn't it kind of all lead back to the same place, which is the team's essentially going to be the same, pretty similar? How are you going to beat the Thunder?
That's what we're debating. A lot of fans want change, but
how much can you
my
really
reason
change?
to read all that list is
There's
it's
not a lot out there.
necessarily greener on the other side.
Yeah, there are not a lot of locks out there. Hey, top athletes, big moments one night. The OC Sports Awards are hosted by the Travis Rogers. June 18 at Angels Stadium. Celebrate greatness. Be part of one of Orange County's premier sports nights. Get your tickets now at theocsportsawards.org. Coming up next for you, going to do some fast track. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The home of Rams football, and now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers for your afternoon drive.
I live in Dana Point, or very close to Dana Point, and the Dana Point Marina has sea lions all over the place. They're really kind of gross creatures.
They don't stink. They stank.
Yeah,
Stank.
and they're loud.
Loud and violent.
What does a seal sound like?
It's pretty good, right?
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive.
See, it's
Weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN.
Hey, LA and OC, if you love great food and smart prices, you need to know about Wild Fork Foods. Hosting, grilling, you just want a great dinner? Start at Wild Fork Foods. Find your local SoCal store at wildforkfoods.com. Wild Fork, quality meat and seafood, low prices, largest variety in one store.
Hey, Laker fans, when the energy rises, it's time to keep moving forward with a career-focused degree at National University. Take your best shot with NU's Believe and Succeed scholarship and score up to $6,000 annually towards a bachelor's or master's degree. Flexible 4 and 8 week online courses, online options, and support like free tutoring and virtual mental health counseling. NU is built for busy lives. Apply by July 31st at nu.edu. Terms and conditions apply.
Well, it was a heck of a fight last night.
Austin still dribbling. Throws up a 3 to beat the shot clock and hit it. Wow.
Thank you to the King, AR, and the entire Lakers for giving it all they had last night against the Thunder. Today, we react. We get you through the pain. And we start to ask the questions as the biggest offseason in Lakers history begins. Your home for all the conversations every day. The station you know, the personalities you love. LA's mega sports station, ESPN LA.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNLAcontests.com.
That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
And it is 2 p.m. in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland.
And it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
The return of Fast Track, driven by our friends at Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
Down low is 350Q, 3.25 horsepower, 4-speed, 410 gears, 10 coats of competition orange, hand rubbed lacquer with a blue plane manifold, open race cams.
Fast Track on Mason and Ireland.
Time for Fast Track. Take it away, Mace.
Zoom, man.
All right, so I know we talked a little bit about the roast of Kevin Hart yesterday. We played one of the jokes that Draymond made about Chelsea Handler, but apparently it was almost the roast of Paul McCartney. That Paul McCartney
Wouldn't have been as funny.
Denied being in the hot seat.
Mm-hmm.
And if the goal was to the GOATs, you know, they had started with Tom Brady, then they were going to try to do Paul McCartney and then whatever else. But would you have wanted, I know, John, you just answered, would you have wanted to see Paul McCartney in the hot seat?
I would not.
I would have been uncomfortable with it. He's kind of like a royalty.
Legendary, iconic. Yeah, I think Kevin Hart was the better choice. I don't think you can goof that much on. By the way, Hart gives you lots of opportunities.
Mick Jagger would be better than Paul McCartney.
Mick Jagger would be good.
You could
yeah.
make fun of like.
Yeah, who would be the GOATs of like music that you would want to see roasted?
Let's see. GOATs
and Mick Jagger is a good
music.
idea.
Mick Jagger's good.
Would Taylor Swift be funny or would it come off mean?
Come off
She
mean.
would never do that.
She would never do it. Bono, no, he's not that funny.
Travis Kelce would be fun.
Travis Kelce
roast.
would be fun.
He would be good, but he's not the GOAT, you know?
Yeah. It's tricky. You know, Ireland was roasted. I was roasted.
I liked it.
We had a ton of fun. I thought it was so funny. The people we had doing it, and they were both great events.
I just feel like we rarely see women as the hot seat in a roast, and I think generally it's because we might take ourselves a little more seriously, and like we don't laugh at ourselves the same way.
You could do it. I'm sure somebody has done it to Chelsea Handler. You could do it to Nikki Glazer.
What about Tina Fey?
Yeah, she'd be great.
I think she'd be great
basically-
as the roaster.
But Tina Fey was basically the roastee on 30 Rock for 10 years. You know, like they just made fun of Liz Lemon.
By the way,
Lorne Michaels. I think I want to see a Lorne Michaels roast.
Martha Stewart got roasted.
Oh yeah, that works. That makes sense.
That worked. Yeah, she's got a lot of material.
Barkley, he'd be fun to roast.
Barkley would be really fun. Really fun. Hey, starting this Thursday, Mike Trudell, new host of Lakers Talk. Every week from 6 to 8, listen to a Lakers voice you know and you trust. Insight, analysis, everything Lakers. Thursday night, 6 to 8 p.m. here on ESPN LA, your home of Lakers basketball. Vroom, vroom, Brian.
Fast Track.
All right, the Dodgers back at home tonight taking on the Giants. Giving away what I believe is their coolest giveaway of the season, the Ice Cube bobblehead.
Oh, by the way, we have an update on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
O'Shea's going to be on at
Jackson
2:30.
Jr. coming on at the bottom of this hour in 24 minutes at 2:30.
Oh, very cool.
Tune in.
In honor of Ice Cube's bobblehead.
Yeah.
And Kaplan and I will be at the game tonight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Will you get there early enough?
I'm leaving at 4:50 from here.
So it is one of these 40,000. It's not guaranteed
Oh,
for
boy.
every
Here we go.
person.
Here we go.
You don't think that that's enough time?
Who
We get
knows?
there by
There are crazy
5:30?
people here.
No, you know the lines. I don't know what the lines
I'm not
would be
making
for
this
this
up.
one.
There are people in line right now.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if we don't get it, we don't get it.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, it's pretty cool. It's him in the lowrider that he rode around, the track when he brought out the trophies.
Yep.
He's got 2 trophies in hand in the actual bobblehead. But it kind of, got me thinking here. Is Ice Cube now the celebrity face of the fandom for the Dodgers? Or is there somebody else that comes
Rob Lowe,
Rob
Jason
Lowe,
Bateman.
Jason
Mary
Bateman.
Hart's probably the most
Yeah,
consistent.
Mary Hart is there
recognizable.
every game.
But to Brian's point, if you talk about a man of the people
Yeah.
and the Southland,
Yeah.
I think it's Ice Cube.
Yeah, Ice Cube.
Mary
I think.
Hart doesn't really stream off
Cranston's on
in.
that list.
Yeah.
He's a big Dodger fan.
Yeah, Anthony Anderson I've seen do
But I
ceremonies
really think
over there.
it's Ice Cube because they involved him in that ceremony.
Of course.
Yeah.
I don't think of Mary Hart driving around in a lowrider.
No, but her and Bert are right there for the game every
Every
single
year.
night.
I'm sorry.
Every
Who's
single night.
Mary Hart?
Entertainment.
No, do you really not know?
I don't.
Oh,
Are you
God.
being
She wouldn't
serious?
know.
Oh, my
I'm
God.
being
know?
100% serious.
Brian, do you know who Mary Hart is?
I have to look it up every time. I
Really?
still couldn't tell you
Okay,
who she
so
is.
in the 80s, Entertainment Tonight, the TV show, was a huge deal. Like it had never come out before. Everybody watched like nightly news and then Entertainment Tonight before the internet. Mary Hart was the lead anchor on Entertainment
Yep.
Tonight. For years, she did it with John Tesh.
Yeah, that's right.
But she was the staple of it, and so everybody knew. So much so that Seinfeld once did an episode where Kramer developed an adverse reaction to Mary Hart's voice. Like every time Mary Hart would speak, Kramer would go into a convulsion. You ever see that episode?
Yes.
Oh, I actually got that with a certain radio person when I was a kid. My parents would listen to him all the time, and I would get a migraine.
Okay.
With Sliwa or
Mary
No,
Hart
it's
was,
a political person. that I don't really
Mary
know
Hart
about.
was very, very well known in the 80s. So much so that I remember Lloyd's of London,
Yep.
which will insure anything.
Yep.
Like, as long as you're willing to pay the money, you can take out insurance on anything. For example, David Lee Roth had paternity insurance with Lloyd's of London. He paid him millions. So if a girl came up to him and said, "You and I hooked up in Cleveland, and now I'm pregnant," he would hand him a card and say, "Call this guy. He'll take care of it."
Yep.
Mary Hart, through Lloyd's of London, had her legs insured.
Yes.
Because on the Entertainment Tonight set, they always took a wide shot, and her legs look really good. And she said, "If I ever get in a car accident or something happens to my legs, my gig is up." And she paid Lloyd's of London to insure her legs.
She was literally the face of entertainment reporting for
Like
decades.
today is Mario Lopez.
Today,
Oh,
she
yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Basically, she was Mario Lopez back then.
Got it.
She was probably in every hotel room in the world too.
Yeah, probably.
All right, let's do. Oh, so USC and Notre Dame are talking again. We'll take a side trip from the
But there's
Lakers
good news,
for a minute.
There's good news and bad news.
Yeah, it's not clear when they will come back and what terms there will be.
So they're talking again, which is good. This being reported all over the college football landscape. And it appears both sides are optimistic about renewing the rivalry. The problem is that even if they agree today to renew the rivalry, the earliest that both of them have a schedule opening is 2030.
Right.
So that means we already know there's not going to be a game in 26.
Correct.
No game in 27, 28, 29. The earliest we could do it is 2 years after the Olympics in 2030, but I guess it's better than nothing.
It is. And here's the wrinkle. that Notre Dame, according to someone who's not authorized to talk about this, says that they're willing to discuss playing the game earlier in the season, which I think
was
is what
the sticking point before.
That's what USC wanted all along. But as John said, nothing until 2030. All right, so throw out all those free agent names. By the way, Quentin Grimes, I just did a little deep dive. He would actually be really on the money for what they need, too.
Who?
Quentin Grimes.
Yeah. I love the Lou Dort idea.
Lou Dort is the guy
Oklahoma
that I really
City
want.
is so smart, I think they won't let him out of the building.
Or
kind
they'll
of thing.
sign him and trade him somewhere other than us.
And get assets.
Exactly. All right, we got some more Fast Track coming up for you. Also, O'Shea Jackson Jr. is going to join us at 2:30 today. Dad's bobblehead is tonight. And of course, he's a huge Lakers fan. We'll get that as well. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey, Chris Morales, how would you describe Los Angeles City water?
As I like to say, it's full of that skin-irritating, disgusting, and I always do this for Johnny I, chlorine. The chlorine.
It's
do
brutal.
Do not be a city water sleazeball. Don't be a skivozo.
And truer words have never been spoken, and that's why you need a Life Source whole house water system. I've got one. Chris has got one. It's become an essential home appliance for us. With one salt-free system, we get cleaner, better-tasting water from every tap in the house. No more of those harsh chlorine tastes, none of that slippery, salt-softened water. And
don't feel disgusting. When you get out of the shower, Mace, and you shake it around, you want to feel free.
I do.
You don't want to feel dirty.
That's why you need Life Source.
I do need Life Source.
All right, and plus, there's no hauling heavy salt bags or swapping out filters. There's no maintenance, no monthly upkeep. And it's not just me. Life Source has been around since 1984, trusted by over 250,000 homes. They have more than 4,000 five-star reviews. I'm one of them. Upgrade your water and your daily life with Life Source whole house system. I did, and I'll never go back. Here's how you get it. Call the Life Source Water California factory at 800-WATER-99 or visit lifesourcewater.com. Right now, you get factory direct pricing and free installation for a limited time. Life Source Water, taste and feel the difference. Warranty limitations apply. Life Source Water, lifesourcewater.com.
I want to try one thing here. This is on the board, Pepe Italian Drop.
Yeah, hit it.
I think it is.
Schifoso.
Yeah, that's the day he recorded it.
Schifoso.
Because you don't want to be a city water skivozo.
Schifoso.
800-WATER-99 or lifesourcewater.com.
All right, more Fast Track is coming up next for you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It is Fast Track on Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles, driven by Cerritos Auto Square.
All right, it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
More Fast Track next.
It's DeMarco Farr and Travis Rogers for your afternoon drive.
Went to the Mercado, loaded up on carnitas, some pollo, got fresh chicharron from the carnitas place.
Ooh.
Sat there in the bar.
You say it. Chicharron.
Chicharrón.
See, sounds better with it.
Oh, she speaks Spanish. I'm doing the best that I can over
You
here.
did great,
Did I do
Travis.
okay?
Yes, you did.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive. Weekdays starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN.
Hey everybody, summer is calling and I want you to snag early savings at SeaWorld San Diego while they last. Take the plunge into the brand new Shark Encounter opening May 22nd where jaw-dropping shark species await. You can even feed the sharks. Then catch big laughs in Sea Lions tonight and gear up for splash-filled fun at the all-new Dolphin Adventures. Plus, get pumped for headlining concerts featuring Ying Yang Twins, Soulja Boy, Paul Wall, Skillet, and more, all included with park admission. Tickets are just $59.99. Hurry, this offer won't last long.
Looking for a vodka with standards? Blue Ice delivers. American-made from Idaho potatoes, gluten-free, non-GMO, and only 64 calories an ounce. Enjoy the classic Huckleberry with lemonade or award-winning double espresso. Blue Ice vodka, premium taste, nothing extra.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
In the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to Markdowns for Miles at AutoZone.
Thanks. Is oil marked down?
Save up to $15 when you buy 5 quarts and a filter.
And fuel treatment?
2 for $9 on Lucas.
Brake pads?
Marked down to free.
Free?
Get free Duralast brake pads when you buy 2 Duralast rotors.
That's several markdowns.
For many more miles.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Fast Track. And it is Fast Track on 710 ESPN. Mason and Ireland on the all-new ESPN LA app, 7:10 a.m. and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Fast Track now back in the 2 p.m. hour on Mason and Ireland, driven by Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com. Once again, back to Fast Track and back to Mason and Ireland on 710.
All right, zoom, Em. What do we got?
I think we all saw this. Our good friend, the best troll in the NBA, Dylan Brooks, at the game last night. He had a courtside seat underneath the basket as the Lakers were shooting in the first half. And I just think it's very interesting because, there's a zoom in on him as he's like rubbing in his hands watching this game. And I think it could be viewed as two ways. It could either be viewed as a brilliant troll to have this guy on the courtside seat, or it's not the flex you think it is, Dylan Brooks, that you are on the sidelines not playing in the second round of the playoffs while these guys are. And do you think he should have had a seat on the other side of the court, too, so he could be on both sides as the Lakers are shooting?
Yeah.
That would be the ultimate. But I like Dylan Brooks.
Well,
I wish he played for us.
I wish he played for us, too. He's annoying. He's a good shooter, too.
I don't think Phoenix is letting him out of the building.
No way. But
was
you're
it
right.
a good troll?
It in my head, it's like, dude, if you were still alive in the playoffs, you wouldn't be here. So I think it's actually not a great look. But you enjoyed a game. BC?
Fast Track.
All right, speaking of baseball promotions, the minor league baseball team in Louisville doing pretty cool thing here. Louisville Bats are hosting the Nothing Night for the pure interest of baseball, the baseball in the purest form.
Okay.
So what they're going to be doing is no ads, no music, no videos, no on-field promotions of any kind, and they want you to have no phone. So they're trying to, don't have your phone out kind of thing like that.
Really?
They want you to raw dog this minor league
Basically
baseball.
raw dog it, exactly. You got to raw
what they're
dog
going
it.
for here. I think it's kind of a cool promotion. I would, if I was in the area, participate. Could you do that nowadays?
It's a cool idea. I mean,
so it's like no technology.
Exactly.
No
yes.
Dieter rule, no music, no
little sound effects.
None of that
Completely
stuff.
Probably no electronic scoreboard. They'll get one of those old manual ones like they have at Fenway Park.
Baseball in its purest form. I think, honestly, the average fan would fall asleep.
I remember one time.
The games are produced. Dodger games are produced into a show.
Years. Okay, so this has been kind of tried in other forms, Brian. Years ago, like in the 80s, NBC came up with the idea to do an NFL game with no announcers. And it was terrible.
Yep.
About 6-7 years ago, TNT tried this thing called Players Only, and it was unwatchable. It was just like 3 or 4 players sitting around with no play-by-play guy, just talking. And like 5 plays would go on, and they're having a conversation about who had the hottest girlfriend.
Right.
It was crazy.
Well, this is why. Now, people love the Manning cast, but this is why I don't watch the Manning cast. Like, I want the actual game. I don't want necessarily.
It was
running
fun the first
commentary
year,
of the game.
and then it got kind of tired.
It's gotten tired. Yeah. Hey, Children's Hospital Los Angeles has the biggest event of the year. It is the Walk and Play LA. It brings the community together for a fun-filled day supporting kids who need life-saving care. Enjoy a scenic 3K walk, plus music and games and activities for all ages. Join us Saturday, June the 6th at Santa Monica Pier. Sign up at espnla.com. Join Team ESPNLA and use code PLAY to save $10. Visit espnla.com to learn more.
You know who's going to be out there?
Who be out
Ramona
there?
and I.
Oh,
well,
nice.
Momo might not make it because of the finals.
Right. Yeah.
So I'll be captain of the kids out there.
Oh, nice.
You going to come out, press the flash?
Team ESPNLA?
You going to come out?
What's the date?
You just read it.
Or
are
June
you,
6th.
Or are you going to be
June
busy
6th?
not looking at your phone that day?
I'll commit.
No, you won't.
All right. I won't.
It's my birthday. I won't be committing.
You're out for that day?
It'll be my 30th birthday. I'm sorry to the kids, but
What day is that?
June 6th.
June 6th.
And then Brian's is June 7th. We got two Geminis up in here.
Wow. If you guys were both going to work, we could throw a big double day bash.
Brian,
Well, the 5th.
what birthday is it for you?
32.
32 and 30?
Yes.
They're younger than us.
Yes. A little younger. A little younger. Yeah, that is funny.
Well, Friday, June 5th, although I was going to say we should do something, but I'll be at
You can.
SeaWorld that morning. So maybe
SeaWorld?
June 4th, Thursday, we'll do something.
Well, our show could do something on the 5th. If we
Yeah,
wanted to.
we will do something on the 5th, a big celebration, a big birthday celebration for both of you.
I was born on 666.
Were you really?
You know what?
That's creepy.
There's a lot of people that would say,
That makes sense?
no, that it's a good bit. That it's a
Yeah.
good bit.
So
Yeah.
wait.
Like
A
over
lot
there,
of people
like
in my life have said that makes sense.
over there, like Damien.
But no, you had to be born 96.
96. It's the last
right?
666 of the century, apparently. Whatever. People told my mom to double check that. Bassinet.
You know, have you seen the movie The Omen?
No.
You actually would enjoy it.
Good.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
really good movie. You've seen it, Brian?
yeah.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Oh, yeah.
Great movie. All right, so, John, today, Rob Pelinka, J.J. Redick met the media. And, you know, I think if you look back at this season, the thing that jumps out at me more than anything is the month of March and the 15-2 record. And both ends of the floor, they played really, really well. And I guess
right at the end of that run is when Luka and Austin got hurt.
And I guess my question is for you, if they had Luka, if they were at full strength, how would this series have turned out, hypothetically?
Tough to say, but they did have Luka for 3 of the 4 games they played during the regular season. They didn't win any of those either.
Right.
So it's tough for me to say that had Luka played, the result would have been different.
Yes.
But I definitely think the Lakers would have won at least one game, and I think overall the games would have been more like last night.
Sure, yeah.
Like close, competitive, fun down to the end. But Oklahoma City's the champs for a reason.
Right.
I don't want to take anything away from those guys. They played great. They're probably going to win it again. They're really good.
And make no mistake, that's who the Lakers need to build themselves to beat. And by the way, Pelinka today talked about Luka and our favorite word, optionality.
Optionality in this sort of double apron CBA, it's almost an effective hard cap. I think having the optionality to roster plan and roster build, there's several ways to do it. There's in the draft. There's through trades where some teams are going to be trying to get off good players in this harsh system. And then there's through free agency. And we do, to your point, have the optionality to look at all those different avenues to get better. And the archetype of the roster that we want is going to be retrofitted around Luka and the things he needs. And clearly he's that leader and player for the future that we want to build the right way around.
So optionality.
Take a shot every time he says optionality.
Yeah, right. It's a drinking game. But he's right. I mean, I think the idea here is you build around Luka. And, John, to me, the fact that Luka likes playing with Austin and has expressed that means something because of this partnership that exists between Rob and the Lakers organization and the guy who is the future of the franchise for the next decade, Luka Doncic. So I think, to me, the odd man out is going to wind up being LeBron. And I don't know where he's going to go, but I don't think he's going to be here next year.
I think there's a decent chance he will be, but it depends.
Optionality.
It depends on how much money he will settle for, because he cannot make what he did this year and have this work.
Right.
He has to take less. The question always in situations like this is how much less. And it might be an easy negotiation.
Should be.
Maybe the Lakers come out and offer him, and he goes, that's way too low. And the Lakers say, okay, go to market.
Right.
We can't afford you. Thank you for 8 great years. But if he's saying, well, I do value playing in Los Angeles. Like, for example, we talked about how A.J. Mitchell's playing for $3 million.
Yes.
When Karl Malone and Gary Payton went ring chasing with the Lakers in 2004, they both played for the NBA minimum.
Right.
Okay. Nobody is talking about asking LeBron to play for the minimum. So, but back then, Karl Malone and Gary Payton basically played for $2-3 million.
Right.
Okay. If you offered LeBron 20 or 25, that's not an insult.
No, it's not an insult, but you are eating up your cap.
Yeah, but we can afford that. Well, what we can't afford is 50.
See, I don't know that we can afford both.
You don't think you can afford 25 for LeBron or 20 for LeBron?
Well, how do you? Well, no, I'm saying Austin plus LeBron. You're talking about 30, 50. How do you work around $50 million if that's what it takes? 30 for LeBron, 30 for Austin, which is actually less than he could get, and 20 for LeBron, which is less than he could.
I think if you could get those two guys to take those numbers that you just mentioned, you could make the whole thing
Is there
work.
enough to build around him?
Yeah. But you can't do it if they all want 50.
Right.
You give Luka 50, give LeBron 50, give Austin 50. Then, and Rob talked about it, the aprons, when you hear people say they're going above the luxury tax or they're going into the first apron or they're going into the second apron, what I want you guys to hear when you hear that is hard cap.
Yes.
Rob just said it. It functions essentially as a hard cap. And it's not because you can't afford it.
No,
the
no,
Lakers
obviously Mark Walter can
They're
afford
owned by a
it,
hedge fund. What it does is it limits your optionality. It restricts you from, you have no mid-level exceptions. You can't take on money in a trade.
You can't aggregate salaries in a trade. I mean, all that stuff.
You don't want that, not because of the money, but because of your flexibility. So that's where I think this is not as complicated as other people think. I think that you come up with a number, this is what we can afford to pay LeBron. This is what we can afford to pay Austin. And if they say, I'm sorry, we can't take it, you got to say goodbye.
You know who I want to get on the show? Bobby Marks.
Yeah.
I want to get Bobby on the show and bounce some of this stuff off of him. What do you think, Em?
He looks like a Kamenetsky brother, so yeah, I
He
think we
does.
get him.
He looks like the third Kamenetsky brother. Yeah, we'll try to get him for tomorrow. Coming up next for you, O'Shea Jackson Jr., huge Lakers fan, and tonight is his dad's bobblehead night at the Dodgers. We'll get O'Shea in here coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
LA's only local sports morning show.
The Sedano and Cat Morning Show, weekdays at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
I know we've had this conversation, and we're probably going to have it again. We were talking about Austin Reeves. Okay? But I think more and more what I've been saying for years, okay, of like, I'm not comfortable, and I hate doing this. I hate being the guy that takes money out of somebody's wallet. But it's like, I'm looking at this through the Lakers lens, okay? I'm just not comfortable giving him the max.
Oh, please.
I'm not comfortable giving him the max.
Oh, listen, George, look. I love Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves is a great offensive regular season player. Austin Reeves is not built for the postseason in that he cannot play defense.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show, weekdays at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
LA's only local sports morning show.
Call Jacob.
Hey, it's Mace.
And I'm Ireland.
You already know how to count. You already know who to call. Simple counting pattern that lands on Jacob every time. 800-345-6789.
So basically, if you can count to 9, you can count on Jacob. 800-345-6789.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
I took Mom to catch a ball game. Is it time to pick her up yet?
Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Morongo's Travel Center always has the lowest price gas around.
Number 2.
Tommy Bahama Gift Giveaway, May 19th, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
And the number 1 reason.
It's finally back. Smoking good times. 3 cigars, scotch tasting, a food spread, and live music. May 17th, 5 p.m.
Morongo, good times.
Oh, it's a live imaging Tuesday presented by Providence. Mason in Ireland, and the man on hold. He always calls me a survivor, and it makes me smile.
Yeah.
Because he's my guy. He loves me.
Yes, he does. He's a big Chris Morales
He
guy.
is. O'Shea Jackson Jr. is a big Morales guy.
Yeah. O'Shea, is that true? You're a big Chris Morales fan?
I mean, Steve, he's a survivor.
Yes, he is a survivor. That is correct.
Come on, man.
So where are you? Where are you right now, man? You making some movie or TV show or what?
No, I'm visiting my parents right now. I'm over at their house. So I'm in L.A.
Are you going to the Dodger game tonight for your dad's bobblehead night?
I guess I could attend.
Okay, I guess I could. You got so many options.
Yeah.
All right, Shay, it's a really cool bobblehead, by the way. He's in the lowrider. He's got 2 trophies in there with him. If you don't go, make sure you get one.
I'm sure the garage will be filled with them, John.
Yes, I'm pretty sure. All right, Shay, you are the biggest Laker fan I know. Should we feel encouraged, discouraged, mad, happy, sad? What's your summary of the 25-26 season?
I feel like if you listen to the critics, we overachieved. I feel like Luka really locked in. That hot streak that we were on before, the Thunder injured Luka. It was a great place. We were in a great place. I feel like there's some tweaks that need to happen, but this team is really good. Unless you ask Charles Barkley, but who asked Charles Barkley?
Good point.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
We got to these playoffs, and we don't have Luka. We get past the Rockets, and we're going 5 versus 8 against the Thunder, who don't need that much help. And it might not have worked out. It might be LeBron James's last game as a Laker. We don't know, but at least DeAndre Ayton got a new chain,
Dominating.
So listen, do you want Austin, LeBron? Do you want them both? Do you want one of them? How do you get better? What do you think?
Bro, that's the thing. Like when you have a homegrown like Austin, it's hard to say goodbye. Yeah. It's hard. Like you as a Laker fan, we see our pieces like Caruso that were, homegrown, and when they go and have success, there's nothing that hurts more, So, yes, I want to see Austin back. And the other guy is LeBron James. So, I want them both. And Laker fans are going to have something to say. I know it's a business, and, they're going to figure that out. But as of now, when it comes to signing them both, I want them both.
Mason doesn't think you can make the team competitive enough with Oklahoma City if you do bring LeBron back. He thinks it's going to cost too much money. If LeBron insists on a lot of money, Shay, do you bite the bullet and sign him, or do you have to let him go?
Well, we're that legacy franchise, but we're not ran by the buses anymore.
Right.
If we had the buses sitting in the chair, then for sure I'd feel like LeBron is coming back, like 100%. They're going to throw whatever he asks for at him. But I just don't know. And I really what the Thunder series really made me feel like is that we have no enforcer, no guys to muck it up. There's we're all alley-oops and cute passes, but there's nobody to hey, let me get 4 fouls a game,
right.
Because they're taking fouls on us, knowing that they're only going to get one called, but we feel it on the way down.
Right.
And I know this is terrible to bring up, but Metta World Peace elbowed a man in the temple after he made the basket. It's just there's things that there's no mean guy except for Vanderbilt.
Right.
And once he broke his finger out of his hand, we were kind of just watching the Thunder shoot threes. So I would love for us to kind of find some dudes with a little attitude that won't just take a L.
Right. Mason and I think we have the guy. You ready?
Yep, ready?
Lou Dort is a possible free agent. What do you think?
I mean, if they let him go, if they let him go, I will take anybody who will make us better. I do not care about names anymore. Like, if you're just somebody who fits the scheme, just take him.
Yeah.
Because I was wrong about Kennard. I love the dude now, and I was cracking jokes when we were at the restaurant.
Yeah,
that's right.
So it does not matter. If they fit what we need, we just got to get them. And we are still the prime destination. We're still the greatest franchise in the league. I do not care. I would rather be a losing Laker fan than a winning Thunder fan any day of my life. So it's just we just have to hone in on defense, man. And it's a key thing, especially if you're going to bring Luka. You got Luka. If you're bringing back Austin, we need defense around there because the bench is getting smoked every game.
Yeah, that's not wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, Shea, weigh in on this. We were kicking it around yesterday, and Michael was here.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking about if they don't do anything for the Clippers, for paying Kawhi under the table, that $28 million they paid him under the table. And if you listen to Pablo Torre's podcast, he's got all the smoking guns.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's all right there. They absolutely funneled him money. The NBA has to do something, right? Because if they don't, won't all the other teams try and circumvent the cap?
Dude, if nothing is done, this is such a scar on any morality that the league tries to show. And yes, something needs to be done. I know I'm the Clipper hater. Here I come. But, dude, it's obvious. It's right there. And just so everybody knows, I do DM Pablo, and I told him to stay on their necks. But, yes, something needs to be done because also that whole situation, you guys getting Kawhi and doing that illegal stuff, you also accidentally made Frankenstein's monster over there in Oklahoma.
Yep.
That's all your fault.
It is true.
Something needs to happen.
Right.
Because these dudes have scarred the league.
Shay, I think that the NBA actually just it landed in their lap. I don't think they'll do it, but I want to throw it at you. When the draft broke between the Indiana and the Clippers ended up with the 5th pick, if the NBA comes out and says, for circumventing the cap, we're taking the 5th pick out of the draft, the Clippers aren't going to get it, and neither is anybody else. We're just going from 4 to 6, and we're keeping the draft going as a one-time punishment for them paying Kawhi under the table. Wouldn't that make everybody happy? It would make the only people who wouldn't be happy would be the Clippers.
Yeah.
All the other teams would be happy. I think the fans would say that's a harsh enough punishment where no team will ever do it again, and I think the whole thing ends. Do you think they'll even consider it?
Oh, man. I mean, I guess in a perfect world, the only person that would be unhappy is the one kid who was going to be a first rounder, but now has to be a second rounder. But something needs to happen. I've never heard of anything like that. Has that been done before?
Well, when Joe Smith, the years ago, the Timberwolves circumvented the cap. They paid Joe Smith a bunch of money under the table to get him to sign there. And David Stern was still around, and he ruled with an iron fist. He took away 5 consecutive first-round picks. 5.
Wow.
But we're in a modern era. I don't think they're going to do much.
They're definitely not going to do that.
My prediction is they're going to do – Michael doesn't think they're going to do anything. I think they're going to do something like 5 second-round picks, which is, you can buy second-round picks at Walmart.
And whatever amount of fine or money, I mean, who cares? The Clippers, it doesn't really matter. They get so much. Steve Ballmer has so much money. Hey, I want to ask you one last question here, Shea.
Okay.
Do you consider this Lakers season a success?
Not to our standards, but yeah. I mean, there was a dark cloud of no hope. Everybody was bagging on us about our defense. They told us over and over that Luka and LeBron weren't going to fit, that Austin Reeves is not a second option, and these Lakers were 3rd in the West.
Yep.
So it's definitely to see growth when you are recovering from a drought, because, after the Westbrook situation, this wasn't a fun team to watch, And so now that we are towards the up and up, yes, to a Lakers normal standards, us not reaching a championship, of course not. But we don't win every year. Like, we know that. We just win more than most. But yeah, I'm not looking towards the future with a dark cloud anymore. I can finally see some light. It's a lot of decisions that need to be made. But if I got Luka at the helm and he is, he's still rocking that body by Jake, we're fine.
Okay, last thing for you. Can you save me one of them bobbleheads? Because I'm not going to be at the Dodger game tonight. Morales might be late, too. Can you help us with bobbleheads?
Come on, man, and I'll have them right on them for you.
Awesome, man. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Cool, man. Now, are you really going to be out there tonight?
I don't know, man. I got my daughter. It depends on if she lets me.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's great to get you on. Sorry, the Lakers are out, so I'm sorry we're talking to you now under these circumstances. But
by the way,
we're ready for Dodger season.
Shay, if you guys are out there looking for a new show on Apple TV, go back and watch Swagger, which Shay did about 5 years ago. It's really good. It's loosely based on Kevin Durant's experience as a youth basketball player. Shay, is it absolutely done? I think the last episode aired at the end of 23. Is my dream of getting another season of Swagger pretty much dead?
Yeah, because the second season came out right when the strike started, so we couldn't promote it. Kevin Durant could, but you know how he does when you throw him the ball.
Right.
But anyway, we couldn't promote it. We still got up to Apple's top 4 at the time, but yeah, they cut the cord on us, man. Plus, all the kids are like.
Yeah, they're all adults
right
now. Right. But
Yeah.
great. You did a great show. And if you're looking again, if you guys are out there looking for a new show, go to Apple and watch Swagger. You'll like it a lot.
Hey, last thing for you here, Shay. I know you were making a movie called Shaheeds, but according to your IMDb page, you've gotten rid of the name Shaheeds.
Yeah, IFC realized that it's hard to sell a movie called Shaheeds on like the news and stuff.
Yeah.
So we had to call an audible. So the movie is now called Idiots. It stars myself, Dave Franco, Mason Thames, my man Peter Dinklage is in it.
Wow.
We do our thing. And if you look, we released the poster of us all laying on the car. If you look on the car closely, there's a bit of an Easter egg to our old title, so I really love that.
Okay.
But make sure all the listeners, all the Laker fans, don't keep your head up. Make sure you go see Idiots August 28th. You got to believe in something. Why not believe in me?
All right, there you go. Hey, O'Shea Jackson Jr., thank you, man. Appreciate it a lot. And either way, we wish great night for your dad out at the ballpark. That's very cool.
Thanks, man. And I'm going to make IFC get you that interview with me and Dave.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm ready anytime you guys are.
All right, for sure.
Thanks, Dave. There's O'Shea Jackson Jr. Yeah, the movie was called Shaheeds, and now it's called Idiots.
They just changed the name of it.
But if you look carefully at the car on the poster, it very clearly says Shaheeds on
Well,
it.
you can't fix everything.
Exactly. All right, Game of Games is coming up next. Jacob Imrani is here to play. John,
your game, right?
Yeah,
I'm going for the double.
I never know what the game is because I wrote it this weekend at some point, and it's a birthday game. It's a birthday game. So we'll do that coming up next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey, National University is one of my favorite partners here at the station, and you hear me talking about how you can get a college degree. They have over 150 degree programs designed for real life, flexible 4 and 8 week courses, online options that fit your schedule. But I always talk about this. They give scholarships. They'll help you pay for all this. And right now, here's one you can apply for. Believe and Succeed Scholarship awards up to $6,000 annually toward a bachelor's or master's degree. All you got to do is go to their website, nu.edu, and apply by July 31st. Terms and conditions apply. But while you're on that website, take a look at all the stuff they have to offer. If you're somebody who likes to balance work, family, and everything in between, it's time to believe in what's next. And you can succeed with National University. You can get that college degree you always wanted, and you can do it on your schedule. Check them out today. nu.edu, National University.
Well, it was a heck of a fight last night.
Austin still dribbling. Throws up a three to beat the shot clock and in it. Wow.
Thank you to the King, AR, and the entire Lakers for giving it all they had last night against the Thunder. Today, we react. We get you through the pain. And we start to ask the questions as the biggest offseason in Lakers history begins. Your home for all the conversations every day. The station you know. The personalities you love. LA's mega sports station. ESPN LA.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Next time you're at my home away from home, LAX, look up. You'll see the future of travel in action. It's the all-electric Skylink train. It's now testing, and trust me, this is a game changer. What does it take to build a champion? It takes round-the-clock preparation. And soon, Skylink will connect you to the airport terminals, the new rental car center, and LA Metro. From practice to prime time, the LAX Skylink. Fast, free, and built for LA. In testing now to help you skip the traffic later.
Harry Douglas here. Let me ask you something. What if you can enjoy the taste of a cocktail, the warmth of a spirit, and still stay fully in control? That's RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category. RK delivers bold flavor and a real warming sensation with zero alcohol, zero sugar, zero carbs, and zero calories. Perfect for nights out, social gatherings, or anytime you want the experience of a drink without sacrificing tomorrow. Check it out at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, all the flavor, none of the alcohol.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
10th Inning Productions presents the LA Card Expo on May 16th and 17th at the Warner Center Marriott in Woodland Hills. Sports cards, Pokemon, memorabilia, autographs, TCG, Funko, and more. Baseball legend Steve Garvey will be appearing on Saturday, with legendary Bash Brothers Jose Canseco appearing on Sunday. For tickets and info, go to lacardexpo.com. Vendor tables are sold out. It's the LA Card Expo Saturday and Sunday, May 16th and 17th at Warner Center Marriott in Woodland Hills. Visit lacardexpo.com.
We expect our information in real time. US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. Confetti Craze makes it easy to turn any day into a party with its delicious birthday cake flavor and big birthday energy. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. I bring these tiny bottles everywhere to cakeify my day with tasty caffeine boosts. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
And it is time on Mason and Ireland for the final segment. The final segment of the show, always Game of Games time, presented by the one and only Jacob Emrani. Call Jacob. CallJacob.com. And yes, that new telephone number, 800-345-6789. 800-345-6789.
Hi, this is Jacob Emrani.
Game of Games made possible by the law offices of Jacob Emrani. Let's do it. Game of Games time on Mason and Ireland. Take it away, Mace.
We welcome to the show the official legal partner of the Los Angeles Lakers, huge Lakers fan, Jacob Emrani. Hey, Jacob, how you doing, man?
Hey, guys, how are you?
Well, we're okay. We'll talk a little bit about the Lakers after we play this game. And
Absolutely.
It is a birthday game. So I've got people that are celebrating their birthdays this week.
Okay.
And a multiple choice question about each one of them. So number one is Bono, who turned 66. Where did the name Bono come from? It was a childhood nickname meaning good voice, a hearing aid store in Dublin, or his high school soccer team. Which was it, Jacob?
I'll go with the high school soccer team.
High school soccer team, Ireland.
Hearing aid store.
Hearing aid store, BC.
Yeah, the Dublin one.
The Dublin one, and M.
Hearing aid store.
Yeah, did you guys all know hearing
I
aid
didn't.
store?
I had heard it before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Jacob, you know what that means?
Yes.
You're the only one eligible for Lucky Loser
I'm
if you
going
want to
the other
go
way.
low.
Yep.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
Mason almost did it yesterday. He
Yep.
tripped up in the ninth inning.
I tried. Here's number 2. Kenan Thompson from Saturday Night Live turns 48. Long before Saturday Night Live, Kenan had a very weird side hustle connected to food. What was it? He worked as a human popcorn mascot at a mall theater. He appeared in a training video for fast food employees, or he judged a middle school cafeteria cooking contest on local TV. Ireland, which one is it?
Training video.
Says a training video. BC.
Dressed as a popcorn.
Dressed as a popcorn. M.
Training video.
Training video. Jacob.
The cooking.
Cooking in the middle school?
Yes.
Yeah, you guessed wrong on that one. It is. He appeared in a training video for fast food employees.
All right, so it's John 2, Emily 2, Brian 1, Jacob
You're
still
alive. Are you going to try it?
It's on purpose.
Yeah, on purpose. Okay.
Let's see.
Next up, Chris Berman turns 71. He has always organized his many years of football notes in a particular way. A, he has a shed filled with VHS tapes that he calls the vault. B, he keeps stacks of milk crates in his mudroom. C, he has always kept handwritten notes inside old cigar boxes. BC, which one do you think?
Old notes and cigar boxes.
Cigar boxes. M?
Mudroom.
Mudroom. Jacob?
Oh, boy. I was going to go with mudroom.
You going
All
mudroom?
right, let's go with the VHS.
The VHS in the vault. Ireland.
I think it could be VHS, but I don't know why you would specifically reference mudroom, so I'm going mudroom.
I put it there for a reason, because it's not right. He has always kept handwritten notes inside old cigar
So
boxes.
BC got it.
Yeah.
All right. Brian 2, Emily 2, John 2, Jacob, zip.
There you go. All right. Rami Malek, who grew up in the Valley, 45 years old. He has an identical twin brother. What job does the brother have? He either A, works as a middle school teacher, B, works as a Hollywood stunt coordinator, or C, works as a professional chef in New York. M, what does Rami Malek's identical twin brother do?
Middle school.
Middle school. Jacob?
Stunt coordinator.
Stunt coordinator. Ireland.
I'm with Jacob, stunt coordinator.
Stunt coordinator. BC.
Chef.
Chef. The correct answer is M got this one. He works as a middle school teacher right over in the Valley. That means Jacob is still alive for Lucky Loser.
He is, and Emily has the lead. How many are left?
5.
All right, you go at anywhere you want.
Here we go. Stevie Wonder turns 76. Which Stevie Wonder song spent the most weeks at number 1? Was it A, Superstition, B, I Just Called to Say I Love You, or C, Ebony and Ivory? Jacob, it is to you. What is Stevie Wonder's song that spent the most weeks at number 1?
Superstition.
Superstition. Ireland.
Well, Ebony and Ivory was a duet with Paul McCartney, so I'm going to bet that McCartney's pull and Stevie's pull is the answer. I'll go with that.
BC?
B.
I Just Called to Say I Love You. And M?
Ebony and Ivory.
And the correct answer is Ebony and Ivory.
Did you ever see the SNL skit about that?
Yeah.
I still remember
Sinatra.
the punchline.
Yep.
Joe Piscopo, who did a great Sinatra, comes out. He goes, "You are black and I am white. You are blind as a bat and I have sight. Side by side, my amigo Negro. Let's not fight."
Yeah, right.
And everybody in the room went. And Stevie, Eddie Murphy was like, he said, "You can't say that about Stevie." And Eddie Murphy goes, "It's a song of love."
Yes, Song of Love. There you go.
Could they get away with that skit in 2026?
No, they could not.
It's SNL?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Robert Pattinson, Batman, turns 40. What weird thing did Robert Pattinson once admit? A, he got kicked out of school for stealing adult magazines. B, he wore the same black outfit to school every day. Or C, he liked macaroni and cheese for breakfast. We'll start with
And
our
by the
leaders
way,
now.
he's a known liar.
A known liar. Okay, good. Ireland, who starts here?
I will. Black outfit.
Black outfit. Jacob, you're going for the miss here.
The adults.
The
books.
adult magazines. Ireland.
I said black
BC.
outfits.
Mac and cheese for breakfast.
And M.
Adult magazines.
The correct answer is adult
Oh,
magazines.
Jacob, you're out. And Emily has a 2-point lead over me.
He
now.
stole them and he sold them. That's what he says. And he's a renowned liar?
Wow.
Yes, he lies all the time, but he's funny about it.
Okay.
I tried.
You gave it a go.
Tried.
George Lucas turns 82. What career did George Lucas dream about before filmmaking? Professional race car driver, Air Force pilot, or jazz musician? Which one did George Lucas dream about before he ended up making movies?
What was the first one? What was A?
Professional race car driver.
Okay.
M, you go first here.
Jazz musician.
Jazz musician. Okay. BC?
Race car driver.
And John?
Pilot.
Correct answer is race car driver.
Brian.
Yeah, Brian.
And by the way, the Lucas Museum that, if
Have you been there yet?
No, but if you've gone to the Coliseum anytime recently, you've been seeing it being built. It's going to open up later this year. And it's basically a museum to the written word. So it's all it's movies, but it's also art and stuff. It looks so cool.
Looks amazing.
Like a spaceship.
Yeah, it does. It looks like if you go to a USC game, you'll see it. All right, Janet Jackson turned 60. How many top 5 hits were on the classic 1989 Janet Jackson album Rhythm Nation? How many hits? Top 5 hits. Was it 5? Was it 6? Or was it 7? We start with M.
Show me 5.
5. BC?
6.
Ireland.
I'm going 7.
And Ireland takes that point. Yeah, the 7 songs were Miss You Much, Rhythm Nation, Escapade, All Right, Come Back to Me, Black Cat, and Love Will Never Die.
She was on a roll that year.
The last one. What's our score, John?
Emily 5. John 4. But this is the last one?
Yeah, last
Brian's
one.
out.
Brian,
He has 3.
sorry.
So it's me against him, and I have to go opposite of her. She has to go first.
So Dennis Hopper, famous actor, would have been 90 today. Which wild Dennis Hopper fact is true? A, he once owned one of the largest private art collections in Hollywood. B, he lived 3 years at Chateau Marmont. Or C, he turned down the role of Sonny in The Godfather. Which Dennis Hopper fact is true? M, you are first.
I don't really know who this is, but I'm going to go C.
C, turned down the role of Sonny in The Godfather.
I think you've got it. That's what I would have said. What are my other 2 choices?
Largest private art collection or 3 years at Chateau Marmont?
I'll do the Chateau Marmont, but I think Emily's got it.
No. It was actually, he had the largest art, one of the largest art collections. It was right there for you. You could have done it.
Yeah.
So Emily gets the win.
Hey.
Oh, what a shining moment it is for him. You're doing well this month, are you not?
Yeah, my 3rd win.
3rd win.
Wow.
For him. Wow.
And you kept me from getting the double.
Want to do the tiebreaker just for
Sure.
fun? All right. What was the total worldwide box office gross for Star Wars in its original 1977 run? Okay, so when it came out in 77, what was the total worldwide gross?
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Ireland?
77 million.
77 million. BC?
42 million.
42 million. M?
250 million.
250. And Jacob?
100 million.
Correct answer. 775 million was the
Wow.
worldwide
So
box
Jacob
office
got it by a
gross.
mile.
Yeah, got it by
No,
a
I
lot.
got it by a
M
mile.
got it.
Oh, you got the highest number?
It was just
Okay.
M's day. All right, so Jacob.
Jacob, was the Lakers season, in your eyes, a success?
You know, based on everything we've gone through, being able to get out of the first round against Houston, where everybody said we were going to get basically swept, they came out.
Right.
And they really
11 out of
showed-
12 ESPN experts picked the Rockets.
Right. And they came out and they showed what the next man up concept really is about, right? Like Luke Kennard was just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Ayton actually played well in that series. We had people stepping up for us, which was great. As a Laker fan, it would have stunk not to be able to, get out of the first round.
Right.
But I don't think any of us were surprised based on what happened against OKC.
Yes.
And having seen what occurred during the year, even with Luka, knowing you didn't have Luka, you knew that there was going to be major, major issues.
So we're moving into the offseason now. LeBron or Luka or both? I'm sorry, LeBron or Austin or both?
We were chatting
Mm-hmm.
I think if you can get them both and be able to have enough money left to go out there and get what you really need, which is some youth and a big guy who could actually get some rebounds, then you keep him. I think LeBron, at least to me, showed that he is worth keeping.
Yes.
If you would have talked to me 2 months ago, I don't think I would have thought LeBron staying or leaving makes a difference. But LeBron was doing stuff even last night. I mean, he was just doing stuff.
He was great down the stretch.
It was just incredible. And just being on the floor, he brings some level of not only experience, but calm, and he's a great leader.
He was also able to do that thing in March where he sort of became the third option. He became very much a complimentary player, which is a tribute to what a professional he is.
And that was amazing. And I hope that mentality of taking one for the team will also continue into the offseason for him wanting to come back to the Lakers.
Yes.
And be willing to take a reduction or take a team-friendly deal to allow the Lakers to go out there and get what we need, which is youth, some 3-and-D, and a big man.
Yep. Absolutely.
I think that's well said. But again, if the Lakers have got to control the price, if the Lakers can get those guys for their price, I think they both come back.
Yeah.
If they can't, I think you got to let them walk.
John, let me ask you a question. Let's say they can't, and they're both gone. Then what
They're
is
both
the
I
plan?
don't see a scenario where they would both be
No,
gone.
I think at the very least, Austin is here. I think Luka loves Austin. I think Austin's going to be here.
Okay, but will we have enough money to actually make a splash and bring somebody else?
Yeah, I mean, we went through a list of free agents. I'll just throw this out at you. Would you rather have DeAndre Ayton and Jackson Hayes or Mitchell Robinson and just a generic backup?
Jackson Hayes did well for us.
I think you got to Mitchell Robinson and Jackson Hayes.
Well, the problem is Ayton's is a player option.
Yeah, that's true.
So if he stands, so is Marcus Smart.
But Luka loves Jackson.
Right.
But I'd love Marcus Smart back.
Yeah.
I'd love to have.
But Mitchell Robinson fits the description of the big guy that Jacob just asked for.
He does.
Let's
It's
go
a
get him,
puzzle
too.
that's going to get put together this
But
summer.
are there going to be trades? That's the other part of it, right? We keep talking about having 3 first-round picks.
They're going to be
right?
trades.
And those are going to be trades. So I think that is our biggest
We
asset.
have assets, right.
And I hope we use them to be able to really bring somebody for the long run and not somebody for 2 years.
Hey, Game of Games is brought to you by Laker fan extraordinaire Jacob Imrani. If you are involved in any kind of accident, you want Jacob on your side. And by the way, if you have a case where the attorney's gone silent, which happens all the time, where they just you can't reach the attorney, you don't know what's going on with the case, you do second opinions, right?
We do, and it's really not really more about if an attorney's gone silent, but sometimes you want to have somebody else who's going to give you an opinion.
Right.
And it really is not for you to change attorneys, but just to have somebody else to give you a second opinion about it. We're there just to help. This
All
is
right.
not the purpose of, anything but to help a client have an opportunity to know that their case is on the right track.
Excellent. So remember to call Jacob, 800-345-6789. 800-345-6789. Jacob, awesome seeing you.
Hey.
Thank you, Jacob.
Thank you,
Have
guys.
a great day.
Thank you.
Coming up next for you, Super Crosstalk. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive. Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
I got a question, though, in regards to Costco. So when they have the stands and they're giving out samples, how many, do you go try every single stand, or you just go around, pass
I'm
by?
very selective. If it's something that I would like to try or that I know I like, I will loiter until it's my turn to get that slice of ham. But if you're giving away, energy drink sips, I'll skip that all day long.
I don't like it when they get mad when you say no.
Oh, I've never had that before.
Yeah, they get upset. Like, you want to try this? No, I'm good.
No, thank you. Yeah, fine.
I'm not hungry.
Yeah,
I don't want it.
I know they're trained to do this, but the thing that is they'll have a meatball, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. And they're like, yep, $10.99 a pound. They're right there. I'm like, I don't want to buy them. I just want to eat the free ones. Stop.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app. And live on YouTube.
You have your vote by mail ballot. Now it's time to vote. Drop it off early at any official ballot drop box. Visit plan.lavote.gov to learn more. That's plan.lavote.gov. Brought to you by the Los Angeles County Registrar.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Hey guys, the regular season is wrapped and the NBA playoffs are finally here, and there's no better way to cash in on the high-flying hoops action than Prize Picks, a preferred partner of the NBA. Every bucket, every dime, and every win means more when you're playing on Prize Picks. So don't pass up your next shot with Prize Picks and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. And right now, it's the Do It Live 2026 NBA Finals Sweepstakes. Pick live squares during NBA playoff games, and you can win a trip for two to the NBA Finals. To enter, you just make a $5 lineup with at least one live NBA player pick during any part of the 2026 NBA playoffs. Live player picks are picks made after a game is already in progress. So do this. Download the Prize Picks app today and use the code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, a preferred partner of the NBA.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk. It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Where's DeMarco not respecting the crosstalk?
I guess he's not respecting it today.
You've got to respect the crosstalk.
I understand, Trav, that you had something done yesterday that I've had done 4 times.
4 times.
Did you get a clean bill of health at
I
your
did.
colonoscopy?
I did. I'm back. I'm feeling like $1 million.
The
I'm
worst
feeling light
part I
on my
always tell
feet.
people is, is drinking the stuff the night before. Everything
awful.
else I can live with.
No, the actual procedure, you
Are
barely
you still
remember
drinking
it.
like the citrus
No,
kind of?
I had to drink the big gallon jug.
So
that's what I had to
it's
do,
like
yeah.
like almost the size like a mayonnaise jar.
Yeah.
And you put these chemicals in it, and it just is the worst tasting concoction you've ever had in your life.
And
it
you have
works.
to be within 15 feet of a bathroom for the next several hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It works. Let's
And
just
by the
say
way,
that.
the process
You're
is
feeling
so
a
weird.
little lighter today?
I feel great.
I bet.
I feel absolutely
The process
rejuvenated.
is so weird because you go to sleep.
Yep.
And when you wake up,
Yep.
it's all done. You have no idea what
And
happened.
you've
That's
never
it.
slept better. And by the way, Trav, did you take my advice and get an early morning appointment?
I was home by 10:30.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
The one of my 4 was at 3:30 in the afternoon, and I was just miserable the entire day.
Oh, yeah, that's not good.
The other one, you just stay up the night before. You're going to have a restless night. You're going to be in the bathroom all night. But then once it's over, you're good to go.
Yeah.
The
By the way,
prep is not great.
DeMarco,
I know.
respect
I know.
the crosstalk.
We were back there talking
Respect.
Laker stuff. We were talking Laker stuff. I was
Okay.
talking with Greg. He
All
should
right.
know.
All right.
So,
There you go.
As some of you may know, Travis and I both claim independently to be the best West Wing expert at the station. So we were trying to figure out a way to settle it once and for all, and we think we have come up with it thanks to Steve Mason's Mason Plus podcast.
Yes, sir.
Mace is going to have us both on at the same time and issue what he says is the ultimate West Wing trivia quiz.
Yes.
Now, we've agreed we're going to tape it next week.
Next week, and it'll come out the following Tuesday.
But we have asked you to pick one question.
Yes.
One that will be a preview of
You good?
next week.
I think so.
Okay.
I've done a lot.
Okay.
I've done a lot
I've
of
seen
work
that
on
face
these
before.
I think
Okay.
so.
I know that.
All right.
Here's the question.
All right, Trav, here's the question.
All right.
What drink was Ainsley Hayes drinking just before meeting President Bartlett?
I think I know.
I know it had creme de coco in it.
You're halfway there.
But I'm trying to remember the exact name of the drink. I don't
My
remember
mom
the
used to
name
drink
of the
this
drink.
drink.
Do you remember the name of the drink?
I don't.
Because she shows there's quite a bit of creme de coco.
Yeah.
And she was dancing to the bossa nova.
That's right.
And then President Bartlett walked in and she threw the drink
She
on the
threw-
wall. But I don't remember the name of the drink.
Correct answer? Pink Squirrel. She was drinking
Okay.
a pink squirrel.
So
By
that
the way,
would
you
be
had
one-
it with creme de cacao.
I would have gotten that wrong.
Yeah.
You would have?
I
Well,
would have gotten
we
that
both
wrong.
did.
These
Yeah.
are, I mean, these are tough, legit
That's a deep
questions.
cut.
I
That's a dream
researched
cut.
these myself, and
How would you
Michael
know
Roth
that?
helped me too, who's
No.
another junkie for West Wing.
Yeah, I was way off the mark. My first instinct was Fresca, but then I remember she asked for a Fresca, and they didn't have it in the mess. Yes.
God, you guys are so down in the weeds.
Yes.
And these questions are people that are down in the
we're
weeds.
down in the weeds, and we missed.
If that's the level, it could be
is the
interesting.
level.
Okay.
Well, neither one of us got it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we're still on equal footing.
0-0.
Yeah.
Scoreless tie.
Yeah, so we'll do that on Mason Plus. By the way, new Mason Plus podcast
Yes,
out
sir.
today. It is on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. It's Donnie Wahlberg, and we also do a big summer movie preview with my friend Mark Ellis from Rotten Tomatoes.
Donnie
you can check
Wahlberg
that out.
married to Jenny McCarthy.
That is
correct?
true. Yes, yes. So, DeMarco, you were talking Lakers. What were you saying back there?
Oh,
Give us a little
God,
preview
what
of
were we
what
stuck
your
on?
thinking is.
So let me ask you the question I just
yeah.
asked Jacob. In the opinion of you two, DeMarco, Travis, DeMarco, you first. Was this season, this Lakers season, a success or not?
Interesting question, John, because we've done this with the Rams before, where it finishes short of the goal, which is a championship. But, I've said on this station, be proud of your football team. They fought their guts out. I'd say the same about the Lakers. That was a wild way to end. If this is the last time we'll see LeBron in a Laker uniform, I can at least say he fought to the very end.
They all fought.
They did.
I mean, respect to them. They all fought.
Yeah.
They could have rolled over. We've seen some terrible game fours.
And they didn't.
In sweeps.
Yeah.
Atlanta got swept by 50. Who else? Philly got swept by 40. I mean, it could go really wrong in a game four.
Closer to a success or a failure?
Success.
Why?
Because they took a step in the right direction, I think, for the first time in a while. I think that they got some clarity on their three best players and whether or not those three best guys can play together effectively over a period of time. They need to get a lot better. They need to change some of the roster. But I think from where they were a year ago to where they are right now, they have a better sense of who they are than they were a year ago.
If Kobe is up in heaven listening to this, he's shaking his head at me. And when I say this, he's going to shake a fist at me. Because Kobe's position was if you don't win the title, the season is a failure.
Yes.
But 53 wins, a first-round playoff upset of a team nobody thought they were going to beat, and like I always say to you, Mace, about the Rams, if I invest a whole season in a team, I want them to take me on a ride.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They did.
Yeah.
They had plenty of fun up. They had 3 games this year where they literally came back from the dead. They were done, and they somehow pulled it out of the fire.
Do you think it was a success?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not a rousing one.
No, I agree.
But I
Not
think
a failure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
it's not
say
a failure.
if you ask me closer to success or failure, I would say closer to success.
I agree.
The only thing that gets me, man, is I was telling them, I was listening to the press conferences, I was looking for some rah-rah. Like, if we had one more go-around with the same group, maybe we could get them.
I don't think
Can't
feel
do that.
way.
Same group. I mean,
JJ sobered me right up. He said half this team is a bunch of free agents.
Yeah.
I mean,
11 of them.
This is the end of the line for this group.
Yes.
And I just started to like them. You know what I mean?
Some of them will be back.
Right,
but
right.
not all.
Not all of them.
And
Right.
when the season ended, they had 14 regular players and 3 G League players. Of those 17, 11 can leave.
Wow.
That's wild.
11.
That's crazy.
A lot of those are player options.
Of the 11, how many come back? 4, 5,
Well, hopefully
6?
smart.
If
Hopefully-
it was up to
hopefully
me,
Rui.
it was up to me. Well, here, Mace. See, you're getting into. You're doing what I accuse fans of doing.
What?
The money.
You bring back Smart and Rui, and you bring back LeBron and Austin. You don't have the money.
Oh, I've already said, I don't think it's going to work with LeBron.
Okay, so if LeBron, in your world, LeBron leaves,
or
he retires, or he goes to
or
Golden
goes
State,
to Cleveland or Golden
whatever.
State or whatever. Yeah.
So you get out from LeBron, you get out from Bronny.
Yeah.
You would give that money to Kennard, Smart, and Rui?
Not necessarily.
Well,
I
you
would
just
give
said
that.
all three
I
of
would
the
give
guys.
that.
I want to get those.
Well,
and then-
I'd like. I
and you
didn't
could
mention.
now
I
that
did
you-
not mention Kennard, but Lou Dort is the guy I want money for.
But you could bring all those guys back if you let LeBron leave.
Correct, but I don't see why we would bring back the
LeBron's
exact
coming
same
back.
group to play Oklahoma City when we
But
saw
Trav,
how far
he
away
has
we
to
are.
come back for the Lakers' price.
I agree. I think that if they get in the staring
gotta
match
start with
about,
a 2.
I get it. If
Yeah.
they get a staring match over money, then I'm willing to change my mind. But I think he's coming back, and I think he will come back on a deal that makes sense for both.
Let
of
me
them.
ask you this. So we've seen this with Shohei Ohtani, the way the Dodgers sort of set up stars and sell and monetize them, right? LeBron James, if he were to announce next year's my last year and I'm going to play it with the Lakers
For
and
$20 million.
For $20 million. And I'm going to go from town to town and be celebrated everywhere. One last chance to see the king, Don't you think that's something that the Walter Group, that the Lakers
100%.
overall would be into?
Lon Rosen would monetize that
Yep.
to no end.
Yep.
And I think they would work with Rich Paul. Now, Rich has always said, I'm never, ever asking for anything less than the max for LeBron. He's meant too much to the game. If Rich takes that position in free agency, the Lakers can't compete.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's a thank you for the memories and good luck in your next stop.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you have to leave it up to LeBron. Remember the Angels had a pitcher named Jared Weaver.
Sure.
Yeah, Jared Weaver. Sure.
And
Long Beach State.
Scott Boras was his agent.
Mm-hmm.
And Scott Boras said, I will not settle for anything less than this number. And the Angels said, well, we can't hit your number. We can only give him this. And Boras goes, then we don't have a deal. Then he called Weaver and said, here's what I did. And Weaver goes, take the deal.
Yeah.
And Boras goes, I told him no. He goes, call him back, tell him you'll take it. And Boras did.
Yeah.
He called him back and he said, Jared's reconsidered. He really wants to play for the Angels. He'll take your deal. That type of dance has to go on here.
Yes, yes.
Rich can ask for the max, but I think LeBron needs to get involved. He needs to say, here's what I can play for with certain conditions and go for
Exactly.
I'd sign up for that.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
What do you guys got cooking?
A lot of Lakers.
A lot of Lakers today. Absolutely.
And yesterday
partial
for
lit.
him.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a number. There was a pre-number and
Pre
a
and
post.
post.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I can't wait to hear this.
Pre concoction and post concoction.
Can't wait.
But the kazoo came out clean, right?
Oh yeah, all good.
All right, good.
All good.
What?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Never mind.
By the way,
Exactly right.
It's the wazoo.
the wazoo. That's true.
Tube, camera, cord, cable, whatever
Yeah,
thing.
It's amazing.
Far longer than I anticipated.
Yeah, don't look at it. I
No,
never,
it was
I don't want
hanging-
to see
You
it.
didn't stay
Told
awake
you.
during the procedure,
No,
did
but
you?
when they wheeled you into the procedure room, it's like draped over this thing, and it's like 11 feet long. It's
Oh,
enormous.
see, I want to be asleep before I see
No,
the
no,
thing.
I
We're gonna
went
see it.
in fully
Yeah.
conscious, and I saw this thing. It looked like a garden hose.
All right. So on that note, we turn things over to DeMarco and Travis. We're back tomorrow at noon. Mason and Ireland in the books, 710 ESPN.
And it is the 15-minute mark right here on 710 ESPN. On the all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
The 15-minute mark on 710. Fueled by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
You know, in that time it took to hear your favorite takes and all that fun and frivolity, you could be pulling out with a fresh oil change. No waiting, no appointment, just in and out in about 15 minutes. Bam! So you've got more time for what matters. Visit SoCalOilChange.com.
In just 15 minutes, you can boost your vehicle's performance and save money while doing it. Visit SoCalOilChange.com now for value pack coupons and keep your car and your wallet running strong.
The 15-minute mark on 7